What up? Hi, everybody.
Let's go.
Here we are again.
Wicked's ready. He's pumped.
I was going to say,
I
like,
can tell by the emotes.
we already have an active chat before before
I
we
love it.
even get through the opening transition. So you can't ask for much more than that.
You can. You
Oh,
can. Lot of love. Lot of
so
love.
Wicked, Mrs. Huey, Shabby. Hello, everybody.
Got morning.
Good morning to you all. Wicked's here so that he can time whenever he can come over and play Magic the Gathering later.
Oh, nice.
No,
Very
Wicked's always
nice.
here. I'm just teasing him. He's always here. So. But we did
Right
have
on.
that discussion. We're playing some Magic the Gathering later. So
Sweet.
heck yeah,
I have a feeling we'll be just split TV day.
yeah,
Me, Mrs. Huey. She's running House Flipper. I've
nice.
been playing whatever.
Yep.
So, yeah.
It is a
That's
cloudy,
my
dreary
future.
day down here. We got most of our out of town shop or out, going on about stuff done yesterday. So
Out
yeah.
of town shopping.
No, well, like out of town for us is like 10 minutes north, and it's a different town, so it's out of town. It counts.
Yeah,
It counts. Cool.
for sure. Yeah.
Yes. So welcome back,
We're
everybody.
back.
We are
We're
back.
back.
It's
Been a
February.
hot minute. 3 months. I hit
I
three
know.
months. I saw.
What was it? Because did we do a December episode? I
No,
don't think we did.
I
Maybe
think
November.
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 November we did
Oh my
the
gosh.
pathetic recap.
So it's okay. So that's actually kind of funny. That brings
Oh,
up a good
if
point.
Mrs. Huey missed it, that's right. It was the end of October because she was away.
Yep.
She was in Toronto. She missed the show, which was in October.
Yep.
So that was the last episode.
Wow. Hey, you know what button I forgot to hit? Record. I didn't hit record. It's okay. I'll download the bot afterwards. It's fine. It's fine. It's all good. Oh man,
Yeah,
October though.
October, dude.
Holy
Yeah,
crap.
23rd. It was before Halloween.
That's crazy.
Before Halloween.
I
Yeah.
didn't think it was nearly that long.
Yep. I
Okay.
remember. Yep. That's when she was away.
All right. Yeah, we did have way too big of a span in there, but
It was. Yeah.
holidays,
Remember
life.
when we first started this? It was like every month and a half.
Yeah. Like on the dot. And now it's just every
All right,
once
I'm
in a
gonna bring
while.
it up. I'm
Yeah, do it.
I'm
Go
bringing it
it.
up
Do it. Do it.
because I did it before the show, and I know she's biased, and I just said this to you, but Mrs. Huey said this is her favorite podcast. And she listens to a lot of podcasts, and apparently we're her favorite. So we're gonna have to talk more and keep this thing rolling and just come up with wild topics because apparently people love us. So,
We're just that great. You know what I mean?
right,
I mean,
right.
it's hard not to be whenever you're us.
Oh boy.
Oh
Time flies when you're busy, Shabby. Time
yeah.
just fucking like throw Christmas in there, and January. I don't know where January went. My volume seems low. That's Mike's department.
I could take care of him.
Take care of me.
I got you.
I could turn my mic up. Probably I could check that. Should be at the
No, I got you. I could turn you up.
normal level.
How's he now? Is that better?
Still at 80, so I haven't changed on my end. Yeah, love this show. Fucking love it.
Seems better. There we go.
Round.
Well, we've been doing the show for a while now. But I agree.
Yeah.
We were. It's kind of funny. We talked about it right whenever we were starting to transition. We were doing the behind the scenes talk here, but you are right. Like, we could talk about pretty much anything. That seems like about half of our shows are literally just like, I don't know. Let's just get together and drink coffee and talk. So
Yeah.
we don't have to have something too crazy planned out. But
Exactly.
in response, we do have a topic for this show, and this has got to be hopefully a redemption show, which is kind of ironic that the last show was about our
Recap.
failed predictions recap from 2024, and now that we're coming back with the 2025 upcoming games and movies show.
Yeah.
Should I share?
I feel like we're nervous. We're both like very nervous.
like we are what is going to either make or break these games, because if we are
Yeah.
looking forward to them, then they're going to come out and be a shit show.
Yeah. We
So
failed horribly last time.
but that being said, I do have to reveal what we talked about earlier is I had a movie on my list.
Yeah, we had a bad start already. Mike had a bad start.
I've already had I had a movie on my list, and I was out of town for work this last week, and my hotel was right across from a movie theater. And since I was by myself, I decided one night that I would go and see The Wolfman.
Okay.
And it was pretty bad. so technically
Pretty bad.
I am starting off on a negative note with my predictions, because
Now you had like quite the list of movies. Was that one of the top ones, or
Yeah.
just like
yeah, it was
Oh,
probably
no.
like my number 3, I'd say. Like a lot of my list is always horror, and horror is either really good or just absolutely atrocious. There's not a lot of in between horror, and more failures than successes in that genre. So like, I get it, you know what I mean? Like I'm gonna
the odds are against
the
you.
odds are against me. But like,
Okay.
this had the actress from Ozark in it, and I thought she was pretty good in Ozark, and I was like, maybe she'll be decent in this. And the writing's terrible, and just everything. I'm not going to dwell too long on it. The point is that I am already starting off on a bad foot with my 2025 predictions. The Wolfman
I'm sorry to hear that.
has been taken off of my list because I've seen it now, but that's where it is. But it's okay.
I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, there we go. We're in. Okay. We talked about the thing, but it already popped up in the chat because we didn't turn off the timer. So what are we doing now about our giveaway?
Oh,
I can turn that off. But
yeah, just turn the timer off. It'll be fine. It won't show up again. Everybody will forget about it. You said sorry twice. Ugh.
Fuck off. Did I really?
Wait, which one of us? Dang
Wow.
it. Twice. 8 minutes in and already getting called out on the sorry counter?
Probably me. It was probably me.
I don't know.
I jumped in on the timer.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so you said sorry to hear that. That's almost a
Good
gray
call.
area, though, because you're not
No,
saying
that's
sorry for
fair.
anything you did.
No, that's
You're
fair.
just sorry to
That's
hear
fair.
that.
Good catch. Good catch. Solid. I'm glad you're paying attention. That's a legit sorry. I agree.
That's
I
a
agree.
legit sorry?
Absolutely. No, 100. Hey. Legit.
Okay, all right.
Sorry's a sorry.
All right.
That's fair.
The word in general, we just have to quit saying it. We're not even allowed to
Ooh,
refer
a bean.
to. Ooh.
Oh. I'm being
What?
punished.
You know what? Hold on. I can participate with you in this.
You're gonna bean it with me?
Well, it's not a
No, I
bean, but
mean
hold on.
it was for a real reason.
Let me
Shouldn't
fall-
count.
let me
Oh, Mrs. Huey's on my side. Shabby's against. Shabby's punishing me. Not only is she calling me out on the sorry, I'm being punished for the sorry.
I need a
Huey's
small
going to
child.
bat for me though.
All right, hold on.
Are you looking for beans? I agree. It wasn't a. Where do you draw the line though? I don't know where you draw the line, Mrs. Huey. I think a sorry is a sorry.
Spicy freeze-dried candy.
Freeze-dried candy. Oh, okay.
I'll do. I don't know how spicy these
All good.
are.
I think I remember one episode we were eating stuff on sorry. We eating spicy stuff on sorries. It's okay.
See, I know Shabby just wants to see us punished in any way, shape, or form, so it counts. But
Now you're telling me don't do it. It's happening.
No, we're doing it. We're already set up
And
now.
you can feel bad about it because you're. It's fucking happening. Okay.
Yeah.
Sriracha. It's the lightest one there. You don't have to feel bad.
Oh, these smell horrible. This is gonna turn out like the food episode. All right.
Yay. That was a big cluster.
It was. They're not that spicy.
Those are getting stale.
Yeah.
Still hot though.
They're a little spicy. Those things taste a lot better than they smell, I can tell you that.
Wonderful. All right, I've had a bowl of cereal and a spicy jelly bean today. It's a good start. Good start. Okay. Gabby, good catch. Good catch.
It was good catch, yeah. Somebody
right
has to
over
be
my
holding us accountable for
Right?
what we're
I
saying.
go back and watch our VODs and I'm like, man, I said sorry so many times and we didn't catch it.
We just get lost in the conversation, and it's such like
Right, I know.
like you say it and you've already moved on. So like it's it's nice that we have chat catching us and keeping us honest on the sorries.
Sometimes I catch it, but
You do.
Anyway.
I'm the worst about it. I don't catch it. So yeah. So topic of the day, upcoming games and movies.
redemption from last year.
The redemption from last year. Okay, we need to, because like literally almost everyone from last year was a letdown for us. So even if we bat like 50%, let's just keep our expectations low here. Even if we bat like 50% on satisfying entertainment for 2025, then we will be ahead.
Now, my first game, I don't know if this is like cheating, but like, it was highly rated back in the day. So I don't think I can lose on this one.
We're still counting it. We need positive numbers.
Right? It's a little bit of a cheat, but I don't think I can lose on this one. So I think I should get one, unless I don't like it. Maybe I won't like it, and it's not what I expected. So that is a possibility. Maybe it's not what I expect. Maybe it's not going to be what I think it's going to be.
Okay. But
because I will tell you what I think it's going to be.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I am ready. I will kick it off. Go ahead.
Okay. So my first game that I'm excited for is a remake that's just getting released on PC, which is The Last of Us 2. So it's obviously been out for a long time. I couldn't tell you when, but when it did come out on PlayStation, because I'm on Xbox, never got a chance to play it. Never played the first one either. I know they're both on PC, but I when I went back and watched stuff on The Last of Us 1, it wasn't quite what I thought it was, and I know the graphics were a little low and all that stuff, so I kind of just didn't get into it, or didn't look into it. But the second one, I remember seeing videos for and stuff, and it looking amazing. And I watched the show, and so I just always wanted to play this one. Because I'm on Xbox, never really got to play God of War or the Spider-Mans. And again, I know all of those are now getting released on PC.
Yeah.
But this is probably like the biggest one that I have been the most excited to play.
Okay.
So it comes out in April, I believe, right alongside when the new season comes out, when season 2 of the show comes out. And I always thought the graphics looked wild in this. The gameplay always looked really wild in this, like when she's running around, getting chased by the monsters and that kind of stuff. Like, it looked really intense. It reminded me a lot of Resident Evil, like Resident Evil 2 and stuff. So that is what I have in my head. Yeah, I believe, it got very high reviews. Thanks, Wicked. Yeah, 8 out of 10 for the second one. And the first one, 10 out of 10. So, I don't know if any of you have played it, and you can let me know, but it reminded me of Resident Evil 2, just the movement and gameplay and the monsters and stuff like that. And so that's kind of why I'm leaning towards really looking forward to this.
Nice. I had to do a quick change up there because it turned out the trailer
saw
that I
that.
had was like this a
saw
dude
that.
playing the guitar the whole time.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
changed it up,
No,
got
it
a
looks.
little bit more of a gameplay trailer.
I remember it like. I know there's a lot of violence in video games and stuff, but this one looked like really cool and like some violent stuff. Like she just like got an axe and you're just taking it to the like. The gameplay looked really cool. The movement and fighting and all that stuff looked really really cool. I think if anything I'm not sure about is all like cutscenes and if there's a lot of dialogue and talking with people. It looked like the first one was. It looked like the first one there was a lot of downtime and talking and
Okay.
dialogue parts and you're yeah. I don't like a lot too much of that. I don't like the. Is that more of an RPG thing when like like Mass Effect,
Yeah.
you're always talking to people and you get to
Yeah.
you pick what
Yeah.
you want to say back.
Yeah.
I don't like that shit. I get bored. So I hope it's not a lot of that. I hope it's more like Resident Evil 2.
And that's what I was
Just
gonna
more
say.
intense, violent, and like really cool and fighting. It looked dark and like
Yeah.
creepy as hell. And those fucking things are running at you. Like I'm really looking forward to that. So I got a fucking another hard drive in my computer just for this game. Like I'm ready to go. Like I'm pumped. Like I'm most excited. Once I heard I was finally gonna get a chance to play that one.
Yeah.
That's top of my list. So again, I don't think I can go. I again unless it's not what I think it's gonna be. I'm thinking this should be a winner.
I definitely think, I agree with you because you already know that it's gotten good ratings and everything off the initial console releases. Like,
Right.
the only thing that I think could be a problem, which, they smooth out over time, could be like a buggy release or something, because whenever
Yes.
they go over to
Yeah.
PC, it
It
has
doesn't run
issues,
good,
if it
yeah.
doesn't run good and that kind of stuff. But those are things that, to me, it doesn't affect the game. Like, when a game has a buggy release, like, I just don't play it for a while. And then
Right.
they patch the hell out of
Yeah.
it and they smooth it out and I play it and I enjoy the experience. Whereas a
Right.
lot of people like hang that over the head of the developers and it's like you
Right.
released this and it sucked and it's like the game didn't suck, like
Exactly.
the game just
Yeah.
had a
I
rough
remember like
release.
Batman Arkham Knight came out and it was brutal on
Yeah.
PC, I guess. And like, yeah, people just ripped it apart. People
Yep.
got their money back and yeah,
Yep.
that
Yep.
one was rough. So yeah, hopefully that isn't the case. I think my computer's decent enough. Jav and I kind of talked about it a bit.
Nice.
I'll check the requirements and stuff, but I think
Yeah.
I'm all good there. So
It's
like
not-
I did play God of War. When God of War got remastered and released on PC, I bought that and it ran
Yeah.
fine on my stuff. So
Yeah.
I had a problem like streaming it as well, but I think that was just my internet and
Yeah.
all that jazz. So I think I should be all set.
Which Snipes brings up a good point here. He says, I don't remember a game that wasn't buggy on release. Like,
That's fair.
but that's more of a modern era thing. Like, do you remember? We probably reminisced before back in one of our shows. Like, you just bought a game and it didn't hook up to the internet or go online or anything. Like, the disc is what you bought, and it was always going to be exactly that way.
Exactly.
Like,
Yep.
I miss those days because I feel like developers had to take their time and release a solid finished product more than
Right.
they do now. Now you buy a product and it's like, yeah, but we have to download the day one patch to get rid of all those bugs. It's like
Yeah.
day
Exactly.
one, like geez. Call of Duty's been buggy for 15
Exactly.
years and people still play. Exactly, I agree. So yeah,
Well, Wicked and Snipes say I should love it. So
yeah, it seems
Wicked's one of my
like
top games of all time. Well, that's cool. That's
yeah.
Wicked's played a lot of video games. I'm willing to bet. So I think that's speaks for itself there.
House
House
Flipper
Flipper
1 was buggy.
too,
See,
yeah. There you go.
did good company.
Right.
But like I said,
They all have it.
to me that doesn't really affect the overall game itself. So hopefully you will be happy with that. I think you're going to enjoy it because from what I've seen of it, like gameplay wise, it did remind me a lot of like you mentioned the Resident Evil stuff, and I know that like Resident Evil 2, you're practically a speedrunner on. So
Yeah, love it.
Yeah.
Love it. So play something a little different like that. I'm really looking forward to that.
Awesome, heck yeah,
Yeah.
I like it.
One of my most anticipated games of the year comes out Tuesday. Well, fuck, spill it. What is it?
Oh, I know what it is.
Tuesday. That's soon.
Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Am I right, Wicked?
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, everybody in chat, tell us your, excuse me, what you're looking
See?
forward to.
Called it.
Absolutely.
Called it. Nailed it.
Nice. Yeah. Cool. Very cool. I don't know much about that one. I'm probably not going to play that one. I have a full little bit here in the spring. My spring is full. I don't know when I'm going to fit all of them in.
Wednesday and Friday nights is when you're going to fit them.
Yeah, I'm going to cram them in. Yeah.
We know.
Mrs. Huey's hooked on House Flipper 2 right now, so I'm getting extra game time, so we're going to keep that rolling. I play all my backlog I'm going to have here.
Monster Hunter Wilds, that's one that's on
there
the
list.
There you
go. I've heard a few people talking about that. Yeah, Monster Hunter was not my thing. Jav got the hell was the last one? Monster Hunter World. Yeah, I bought that and we played that a bit. Not a fan of that. I can't go 2 fucking hours to hunt one motherfucking.
Well,
tracking it down, long ass fights. I'm like, no, this ain't for me.
Save the conversation on Monster Hunter because that may be coming up here soon. So,
okay.
I did go back and no. Oh, you said sorry?
Did I?
You did. You said, oh, okay, sorry. Nailed it.
Man, I am fucking
But no.
Fucking up today. How long have we been live?
Like 21 minutes.
Jeez.
No, actually, Snipes and I played a decent amount of Monster Hunter together, Monster Hunter World. But yeah, I know I just said that, that could be my first game. So before we move on, any other comments? Yeah, but that's not what I had pulled up, so it fucked me all up. Yeah, Snipes and I played a decent amount of Monster Hunter World together. And it's like a Dark Souls combat where you also have to.
I did play it. I played it a bit.
Around yeah. All right.
I can't do this.
Yeah.
I got to about like the big, like only the first couple of monsters, like the big blue thing, like the big long skinny blue, like very very early, extremely early in the game. And it took a while to hunt that thing down. And I'm like,
okay,
this ain't for me.
Yeah, they're supposed to have a better map system and that kind of stuff. So, so my first game is Monster Hunter Wilds. I'll throw that on here. Like I said, whenever Monster Hunter World first came out, I played a lot of it on console. Like,
okay,
a lot of it on an unhealthy amount of it. And then, here not too long ago, probably last summer or so, I would say, is whenever I got it on PC. And I picked it up, I played with Snipes, I played with Man Bear. A few of us just kind of dove back into it a little bit. And I kind of got the feel for it again. I was like, I'm really, it just felt good. I was really enjoying it.
Nice.
It had a newer expansion called Iceborne that I made it all the way through Iceborne. I don't know if any of the other guys did or not, but like it's just one of those games that just progressively gets harder and harder. It just when you think like I'm getting good, like then you got to go hunt the next monster, and it just absolutely decimates you. You know what I mean? It's one of those skill and progression games that you constantly have to adapt. You have to be constantly upgrading your gear and your weapons and changing to different kinds of weapons because they all have different properties. It just feels like there's just a lot to do. You know what I mean? Right. So, it's to me like there's a lot of replayability because like I said, you get to a new monster and it's got different weaknesses than what you're used to using. Right. So like you've got to go build a different weapon, which means you have to go back to some of those previous monsters that you've hunted and start from there, build it up and farm for materials. But the nice thing is those earlier monsters become easier because you have leveled up past that point, So you may struggle that first time, but once you get back around to them again, it gets a little bit easier each time you go back and fight them. So
right. It looks cool. Like, and it's a sweet premise. I think if it was just a little bit shorter, if it wasn't so much farming and so long of fights and that kind of thing, it would be a little bit more rewarding for me.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
I'm like, I don't have the energy to get into doing another one of these. Like that took a long fucking time.
Yep. So they have a pretty unique multiplayer system to where like if you know how to operate it well, farming gets a little bit easier because like after you've done a certain quest to go hunt, and he's talking about Toby is probably what you're talking about. Toby Kadachi is the name of the electric squirrel that he's talking about. And that's
Okay.
I think that's probably what you were talking about, having to hunt down and chase all over the place. But like that multiplayer system, the way it's set up is like once you've played through and done it the first time, then you can search for other people who are on that quest who have fired what they call an SOS flare, which is where other people can join them. So like
Oh, okay.
you can look through that and be like, yeah, this guy's hunting him, and there's like 3 people in the group that are like level
That's
300. Yeah, I'm gonna go join that, and this is gonna be quick work. You know what I mean? And you can just
Right.
kind of constantly cycle and join groups that, if you don't want to spend a lot of time on it, you can tell they're experienced hunters, and you can go in and just kind of reap the rewards from that. So,
Gotcha.
Okay, well, yeah, that's cool.
yeah. Anyways, so yeah, Monster Hunter Wilds would be my first game, which is actually coming out here relatively soon. I think it's coming out in like a month. So
Nice.
we'll have a release here before too long, and so we'll get to see here soon enough.
Cool.
I am very confident that it's going to. It's another safe bet for me.
Right.
Like you mentioned, that Last of Us is kind of your safe bet. This one's kind of my safe bet because the popularity of Monster Hunter World, and it doesn't look like they've changed the formula or gameplay very much, just the setting, which is
Right.
exactly what everybody wants. So, yeah,
Nice. I have a question,
yes,
and this is behind the scenes from everybody watching. Do you want me to type in the Discord, our Discord chat, my next one, so you can queue it up? Is that helpful at all? Or do you want me to just say
hey,
it?
you could just say it's no big deal.
Does that work? Okay.
Yeah, it's no big deal.
Behind
So,
the scenes stuff here, everybody.
yep, you're getting a glimpse behind the curtain.
Trying to be helpful.
Nah, you're good. You're good. Because I don't have that chat pulled up anywhere. I'd have to pull another
Oh,
window
okay.
open to
Okay.
see that.
I don't
So,
have I don't have it full screen, so I can just see the bottom of our
yeah, I
video.
gotcha. I gotcha.
Anyway.
So,
Cool. Very cool.
segue in then. Your next choice would be what?
My next game is a prequel, I guess.
Okay.
My next one is Doom: The Dark Ages that I'm looking forward to. I believe it comes out in May. Yes.
Okay.
I believe it comes out in May. Big fan of Doom. Loved 26. I loved all. Well, 1 and 2 are cool. 1 and 2 are their own kind of fucking thing, you know. But I loved 3. I thought 3 was sick.
Okay.
Very focused on the story and stuff. And then Doom 2016. Yeah, Game Pass day 1. Yep. Doom 2016 came out. Loved it. Fucking awesome. I loved all the secrets. I loved the enemies. It was a long, cool story. Loved Doom 2016. And then they had Doom Eternal. And Doom Eternal was cool, but it was definitely harder. It was a lot faster, a lot more to do, way more intense than 2016. I kind of struggled with Eternal a little bit. This one, Doom: The Dark Ages, this is a prequel to Doom 2016. This is kind of like after 3, but before 2016. And they're like, you can see in the video, like they have just like ridiculous guns. Like the one is like a freaking, you just put skulls
You put
in
skulls
it,
in it
shoots,
and
like chunks of
shrapnels.
skull.
Yeah.
You have a new shield saw, which apparently they did like a deep dive thing on the game that I watched, and it looks pretty seamless and well put together. Apparently you can block, throw, and cut with the saw, like all this stuff with just one button. Apparently it's not like multiple controls and all this stuff. It's supposed to be pretty streamlined and seamless. So that, and there's something else. They made it a lot quicker and simpler. You got a fucking dragon you fly around on in this thing. Like it looks wild. And yeah, I'm guessing, and it seems like they took it from what they said, they slowed it down because, like I said, 2016 was like pretty well rounded, pretty cool. Eternal was really fast paced, and a lot of distance fighting and that kind of stuff. And this one, they said they slowed it down a lot. They want you to get more up in their, up close and personal kind of fighting, with the shield and all that stuff. And it's still fucking fast. It's still a lot of strafing and moving and that kind of stuff. But Eternal was pretty intense. This one, it looks like they slowed it down. So big fan of Doom. Love Doom. And that one looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Yes, there is a point where you're in like a giant mech suit and you're fighting giant monsters too. The dragon thing looks really neat to fly around. It seems like there's going to be like bigger areas that you can explore and find secrets and stuff, but then you can like go and progress to like the next part of the it's usually you get into an area, you got to kill all the enemies and move on to the next area, blah blah blah, rinse and repeat. And this, it seems like they did maybe some bigger areas where you can go and explore and go find some crap and then secrets and stuff, and then continue on with your way. And once you want to progress on to the next thing. So, yeah,
Nice.
Isn't Doom always a mech suit? Well, Doom is always Doom. You're definitely in your character's suit, but mech suit like big.
See,
Big
I
monster,
would call the
big
normal
scale.
suit like an exosuit, like an exoskeleton.
Yeah,
Mech suit is like mech warriors type stuff.
exactly. Yeah. So yeah, definitely just a bigger scale, kind of like Titanfall, right? It's a lot like Titanfall.
Yeah, yeah.
Bigger scale of, what you're doing and fighting big guns and all that stuff. So yeah,
I have given both Doom 2016 and Eternal a chance, and just could not get into them.
no,
It's too high paced for me.
yeah,
it's
it is. Eternal was tough.
oh man,
found
like I
Eternal
can't do it. Like there's just too much going on, and it just like gives me anxiety playing Doom.
Yeah,
But no, like the games look awesome, and like I really like the look of this one because it almost looks like it's like futuristic medieval times. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Which is a weird
Yeah.
combination. I love it. So the games look awesome. I love watching people play Doom.
yeah.
But yeah, I would have to agree that I'm looking forward to its release to see some of the gameplay because it
Well,
looks
I'll be
crazy.
streaming that one for sure. That one I'll be playing.
Perfect. Glad to hear it. I'm looking forward to seeing it played. Nice. So yeah, Doom, the Dark Ages, and yeah, you're right. I think it's coming out. You said May, sooner rather than
May.
later. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. So my next pick is actually not a pick because of I want to play it, but because Shabby played the first two, and it's a game called Little Nightmares, and so this is the third one, Little Nightmares 3.
Like, are you going to play this at all?
No,
Or you're
I
just
have.
excited to
I have.
watch it?
I
You're
have no
excited for
intentions.
other people to play
I'm
this game.
excited for other. I know it's a cheat. It's a cop out. But like, there's a lot of times like there's a lot of games that release throughout the year that I'm not looking forward to playing myself. But like I catch a lot of streams on Twitch. I watch kind of YouTube playthroughs. I watch other people play them. And like I get just as much pleasure out of watching a game get played as I do out of playing it a lot of times. So
That's good.
so that's been, this one, as soon as I saw, because I think this was just announced at the Game Awards here not too long ago. And as soon as I saw it, I told Ellie that there was a trailer for the third one come out. And so I hope she picks this one. This one's co-op, so you have to play. I'm not playing it with her. I don't want to play
You
it.
can play it with her.
I don't want to play it. I want to watch and enjoy and watch all the shenanigans. Somebody else will have to play it. But but no, I think Little Nightmares is just I think it's a really creative little
It
indie
is,
game.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the little
Played a
puzzles.
little bit of them.
Did you play them?
but-
Okay. See, I've
Just a
never
little. I know
actually
what it's
played
about.
one.
It looks cool.
So there it is. There's Shabby right there. Little Nightmares 3. You have to play it and stream it so I can watch it. So it's coming up soon, but I'm not going to play it with you. You have to play with somebody. I mean, if you talk me into it,
2024. It says 2024.
it's not out yet. It's not out yet. Don't worry. All right, don't pay attention to the dates on these trailers. All right,
They mean nothing.
they mean nothing. So yes, Little
What is-
Nightmares 3. I'll play by myself. Honestly, yeah, I don't blame you. I'd say you played all the other ones. Now, okay, so here's my question: is because it is a co-op game. I wonder. I mean, so surely, if you play single player, they would just fill in an AI partner. I would assume,
I don't know.
or you play both
Maybe you
parts.
play by
somehow.
yourself.
Yeah,
You'd think there'd be puzzles though that need
that would
two people, so
require two people. Yeah.
maybe you can. Yeah.
Switch back and forth between the characters. It depends on if it's a time thing or not, I guess. But either way, yes, Little Nightmares 3. It looks decent. Looking forward to it. The lore behind Little Nightmares has always interested me. Like it's because it's a completely silent game. There's no talking or anything, but like everything in the game, like there is a story to
Yes,
the game.
it's very creative. It's very cool.
Visually right up my alley, like horror
Yeah,
esque,
absolutely.
like grotesque things. Like it's everything I love that I don't want to play it. Uh, so yeah.
Snipe said something earlier. You guys see the game Kingmakers? You come from the future to change the past.
Yes.
So you have like cars and LMGs, and you're fighting medieval wars. No, I haven't seen that one.
You are like a time traveler essentially who gets zipped into the past, but you can zip back and forth between past and present and fight in medieval battles. And
There you go.
end up bringing like a Black Hawk helicopter into like a cavalry riding in on horses.
That would be kinda cool.
So, yeah, it looks interesting. You know what? The first thing that popped in my mind, I don't know if anybody else has anybody seen in the Evil Dead trilogy, the original trilogy, Army of Darkness. Army of Darkness was like the third movie in the Evil Dead trilogy, and it was more of a comedy action than any kind of horror.
Okay.
But he was like transported back to medieval times, and then there's a battle at the end where like his car got transported with him, and they turned it into like a murder car, and it has like giant spinning blade on it and stuff. They're fighting like a skeleton army. Like I said, it's more
Okay.
goofy and silly, but like that's literally what it reminded me of whenever I saw that trailer was Army of Darkness. So,
Nice.
yep.
Cool.
So what do you got next for us?
My next one is Split Fiction. Is my next pick.
Split Fiction.
Split Fiction was just kind of revealed also at the Game Awards. It's from the developer that did It Takes Two, so
Okay.
you play co-op. You're the two main characters of the two females there, and one
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna fuck this up, but one is really into sci-fi and one is really into fantasy stories, and something happens where they get looped into their own kind of stories somehow. I don't remember, but anyway, you play total co-op, and you bounce back in between sci-fi worlds and fantasy worlds, doing different stuff, and it just looks super creative and cool and fun. There's like platforming, there's puzzles. Everything seems like it intertwines with something else. Like you'll in one part, I remember, I don't know if it'll be in this trailer, but you're like two pigs. You turn into pigs, and you're
Oh,
like jumping
yeah.
around and doing different stuff and doing parts of this puzzle, and then you turn into hot dogs, and you're like actually trying to avoid getting cooked.
You're like on a grill, aren't you?
Yeah, you're like
Yeah.
on a grill and stuff, and then you get dragons, and the dragons grow, and they help you in different ways, and then you can turn into these big apes, and you're climbing around. Like it looks super creative, and just a ton of fun. So I don't know. I thought it would be really cool to play. Apparently, also just like It Takes Two, when one person buys the game, then a second person that you want to
You
team
just
up with, they
invite
play
them.
for free,
Yeah.
or they just get to play.
Which I think is a feature that more games need to adapt.
Yeah, especially when it's fully built into co-op. So
Yeah.
yeah, I threw this one out to Jav, see if he was interested, and hopefully we yeah. If not, I'll be looking for somebody to play that with.
Well, I noticed Ali
I
put
think
it.
that's pretty dope.
I noticed Ali put it in the chat. We started It Takes Two like twice and never finished it.
Oh, okay.
Um,
All from the same people, yeah.
well, this game looks interesting. This would be another one of that style of game that, hopefully her and I can try together. I think we could. I think we could enjoy playing that one. So,
Yeah. Nice. So that one's March 6th. That one's coming
yep,
up soon.
very soon.
I'm gonna mention this now just
Okay.
because it's in there. This isn't one of my top ones, but one of my honorable mentions is well, I can bring it up later. Fuck it, I already brought it up.
Okay, yeah,
One of my
we're
honorable
doing it.
mentions is Fragpunk. Fragpunk is this isn't one of my top ones, but I was just gonna whatever.
Yeah.
Fragpunk getting released on the same day as Split Fiction. That's the only reason I'm bringing it up.
okay.
And it's kind of like Valorant and CS:GO kind of gameplay style, like plant the bomb in both parts. But there's like the playing cards that you can use, and it's basically just different abilities and things that come up for that particular round. So I've been enjoying Call of Duty, Hardcore Search and Destroy. Valorant it was okay, but I struggled with the ADSing and like the control. You know what I mean? You don't have like
Yeah.
a sight. You're playing I just found it tough at times. I'll probably play this. I don't think I'm gonna get too hooked on Fragpunk, but it was neat to play. There was one really cool mechanic. Jeff and I played the alpha. We got in on the alpha and we got to play some of this. And
Okay.
the one cool thing that I liked was if you ended up in a tie, I believe, like if both teams won like 3 rounds, let's say, then you went into like a tie breaking thing that I thought was neat. And so it's basically like, it reminded me of like a shootout in like hockey,
Okay.
where it's just a cage match, 1v1, and they go at it, and whoever dies, like you basically have like your 6 lives if
Yeah,
you're a
yeah.
team of 6, right? You start off 1v1 in a tie, they fight it out, whoever dies dies, whoever wins stays alive and fights the next guy from that team.
Okay, that's cool.
If that guy wins again and defeats the enemy, he still stays.
Yeah.
And then the third guy from that team comes up, and it keeps going until whoever is last standing. So that if that guy keeps winning,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? He's still got his 5 homies behind him that can
Yeah.
still keep fighting, and the other team only has, you know what I mean, one,
Yeah.
two, or a couple lives left. If one guy can take out the full team in 1v1 cage matches, then they win. It was a
That's kind of cool. I
really neat
like
way to
that.
do like a tiebreaker. Reminded me like a shootout, like in
Yeah.
hockey. It was really, really neat.
That's
So
cool.
yeah, that was a neat thing. The cards were cool too. So I brought that up because it's on the same day as Split Fiction, so it's like two games that I'm
Two
kind of interested in,
releases.
all
Yeah.
coming out in March,
Yeah.
fairly soon. So I'll probably play it. That's on consoles too. It's not just a PC thing, so it'll be
Yeah.
cool to play on Xbox.
Nice.
Again, something I'll probably fart around with, but
Is
I don't
it
think
is
I'm
it
gonna
is it cross platform? Like, can you play like on Xbox with
believe
PC
so.
people? Okay.
I'm pretty sure it will be. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna have to admit to everybody that I've actually been enjoying some Call of Duty here recently myself. I've been jumping in with those hardcore search and destroys with you, and
yeah, we've been having fun.
it's not been going nearly as bad as I predicted it would. I've been enjoying it. I've not been getting
Yeah.
super frustrated and angry, but like that looks like a game that I would be willing to give a try as well. Like it seems
Perfect.
like fun because I like that there's little gimmicks to it and everything. So
Yeah. It was neat. There's like, big head mode, or it turns the whole world upside down, or all of a
yeah,
sudden there's a bunch of brush and stuff you can hide in. Like it changed it up. It kept it fresh, It's not always
yeah,
just the same running out into the same map. Because you have to adapt. You have to
yeah.
adapt every fucking round. So
Yep.
yeah,
Awesome.
kind of cool.
Nice. All right. Well, a game that I'm not even going to show the trailer for because I showed it last year. We just talked about this before the show. Just a quick mention because it doesn't even actually have a 2025 release date, even though they say it's supposed to come out. I could show it. It ain't gonna hurt nothing to show. There is some new footage from it. So, Dune Awakening is supposed to come out in 2025. Well, we don't need a 10-minute long one. Trailer. here. This says gameplay, so get through the ads. I don't pay for ad-free viewing. All right, I'm 40 years old. I grew up on commercials. I'm used to it.
Exactly.
So, Dune Awakening, MMORPG, takes place in the Dune universe. You're supposed to be able to create your character, gear up, build bases, join friends. There's a lot of PvE and also PvP for end game late stuff, to where you can travel out to like spice gatherers in the dunes of Arrakis, where you would fight other people and try to get the rewards from the spice gatherers. And I don't know, it's just one of those games. This is something very similar to me of like Once Human. I was a big fan of Once Human. I just didn't like. I liked the betas of Once Human better than the actual game release. Makes sense of that. But it kind of hits that same vein. You know what I mean? Where you're going out and exploring the world. You're gathering different materials. There's different areas that will give you higher difficulty tiers of materials and gear and stuff. And I don't know. It's got a mix of melee and gun combat. And I think that all comes down to choosing like what type of character you play. Whether you are a stealthy person, you're a sniper, you're more of a a rogue or a soldier going in and just guns blazing. So
Right.
don't need to go too much detail. Like I said, check out last year's video if you want to see more on it. But Dune Awakening is one that it's been on my list for a very long time, and I just hope that eventually, whenever it does come out, that it doesn't
It's good.
that it's good. It's
Doesn't
just,
disappoint.
it's one of the MMORPGs are one of those categories that like you just never know, because like these things being designed to be online like they are, and being with so many other people, and then like so this them being able to balance the gameplay for a solo player versus a group activities and that kind of stuff. Like a lot of MMOs you get into, and it feels like everything is meant to be a group activity. So as myself, oftentimes mostly solo player, gets really frustrating, feeling like you're locked out of like 75% of the game. And then if you queue up with randoms, it never goes well because nobody can communicate with each other, So, yeah, but yeah. So, Doom Awakening, 2025. Come on, be good.
Come on.
Come on.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, my next one. My next one I have as Turok Origins.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Turok Origins, I believe, may have also been revealed at the Game Awards. Game Awards was a banger this year.
There were a lot of previews, I feel, at the Game Awards.
Yeah.
That seemed pretty legit.
So I love Turok 2. I remember playing that on N64. Never played the first one really, but this one you can see there they got into the gameplay pretty quick. It looks pretty cool. I don't know, third person, big monsters and guns. Yeah, not too much is really known, I don't think, on like story wise and that kind of stuff. But honestly, looking at that, it looks a lot like kind of like Monster Hunter Wilds, but with guns.
Yeah, it looks like to me. It looks like a combination. Like if you were to mix Monster Hunter Worlds with like Doom gameplay style,
which is right up my alley. Exactly.
Yeah.
So definitely curious. The graphics look sick. It looks pretty cool. So I think it'll just depend on like gameplay wise if it's just a ton of open world kind of stuff. I don't know how much I'll like that, but it looks like it's co-op. Like there's 3 people there, so that might be fun to run around and play with buddies and that kind of stuff. It'll be interesting what kind of, if there is much of a story to it, or if it is more just like Monster Hunter Wilds, kind of kill certain dinosaurs, upgrade your gear to kill other monsters. Well,
correct me.
Looks like Ark. Yeah, it does. It does look
look like Ark a little bit.
Survival games and stuff. Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but the other Turoks followed a storyline. Like they were.
Yeah, like Turok 2, I played a lot of. That one had like a whole. It had like a whole thing, and there was like different worlds you went into.
Right.
So it was like a different setting.
I can't see him getting too far away from that formula and just moving to a style of game that didn't have much of a story to follow. You know what I mean? I feel like they would stick to what their fan base would want. So I would imagine there's going to be a decent storyline to Turok. So
Yeah, looks cool.
yeah, it is a cool looking one. Well, I think I'm pretty well out of games.
You're out of games? Okay.
I'm out
You
of.
want me to keep rolling here?
Go ahead and keep rolling if you got some more games to throw in there.
Okay, we can run through these quick. Another one of mine is Splitgate 2.
Okay.
Splitgate 2 looks cool. I like Splitgate 1. I think me and my buddies just kind of got it into different games and we didn't super stick with it. I enjoy like arena shooters. I love Doom 2016 or like multiplayer. I had a lot of fun with. And Splitgate kind of reminded me of that. It was the fucking jumping around, the portal thing. Once you got the portal thing down, was pretty cool. You could do some pretty neat things with that. Definitely very creative and took some getting used to wrap your mind around, where you're going and where you're coming from and where you put your portal last and
Yeah.
flanking people and getting behind them and that kind of stuff. So it got pretty. I remember the first one just getting pretty tough. Like people got pretty good at it.
It gained popularity really fast.
Oh my god, it was insane. People
I
were waiting
remember.
hours.
I played Splitgate. I don't play these kind of games, and I played this game with some of the guys.
People waited like 8 hours to get in to the server to play this when it first came out. It was insane.
Yeah.
So it was wildly popular when it first came out. So I haven't played it in the first one in quite a while. But this one looks pretty polished and cool, and it'll probably, I think it's free to play just like the first one. So
yeah,
definitely download, give it a take it for a spin, and go from there.
Yep. I think it looks like a decent one as far as shooters go. You know what I mean? Like you said, arena shooters, specifically.
Yeah, you can tell the difference.
It looks
it's not
good.
a battle royale. It's not like that kind of thing. It's
randomly gained popularity like a year after it came out. Yeah, that's right. It had been out for a while, and then all of a sudden it just skyrocketed, right?
Just crazy.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yep. I think it was one of the top shooters for a while, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like everywhere you look, that's what everybody was playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's up there. Another one I got is Gears E-Day. So another Gears of War. Loved all the Gears of War. I didn't play Judgment, actually, but the first 3, played them all the way through. Loved Gears. I played a bit of 5 with Jav. Never finished it, but this goes back to Marcus. I don't remember the timeline of this. I don't remember if this is just before the first one, because they think they did a prequel before.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure Marcus is back now, the main guy, which is cool. And yeah, I always love the games. They're cool campaign. I wasn't huge on the multiplayer. I found the multiplayer pretty tough.
Yeah,
I know a lot of people are right into that, but I just loved the running real quick and getting behind cover and that tactical more kind of campaign. I always thought the stories were cool. So yeah, can't go wrong.
The only Gears I played was 5.
Oh, okay.
I played probably about 5 or 6 hours with my buddy who's really into the Gears games. He loves them. He's like a Gears fanatic. He's played them all several times.
Yeah.
So it's I always thought that the enemy look awesome in Gears. Like in this cinematic, dude. It's just like a giant zombie looking dude or like some alien zombie looking, and just it's a very violent game.
Oh yeah, that was the thing. Like a fucking chainsaw.
Yeah,
cutting guys in half in the first one and stuff. Like that was like, wow.
Like if there is a single game in the world that just like screams masculinity, it's Gears of War. Like it's like I want to play as the buffest looking imaginable dude and then put an exosuit on him and give him a chainsaw gun and make him fight even bigger muscular monsters and win. You know, like that's it's my dream, you know. So
Yeah.
yeah, fuck yeah. But no, I again like another game that I really enjoy watching. I really enjoy the experience of Gears of War.
Yeah.
Just haven't played a lot of them, but a lot of them were Xbox exclusive for a while.
Yeah. Yep.
And I was a PlayStation guy.
Oh, okay.
And then after that went straight to PC. And whenever I made the jump to PC, just kind of never played any of them, you know. So we got an Xbox, and like I got an Xbox to play Gears 5 with my buddy who plays it. That's like when I actually made the switch over to that. So but
Nice.
yeah, no, looks awesome.
No,
It looks
always
really
loved
good.
a cool campaign. Just a night, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Just a cool campaign. You know, we like multiplayer. I play a lot of multiplayer, but
Yeah.
I loved the solid campaign. That was one of my top ones. Loved Resident Evils. Loved the Gears of War campaigns. Just fun to go through and play. Graphics were always amazing.
Yeah.
When they redid Gears 5, got the buff for the Series X. That
Yeah.
was so sick to go back to and see some of that. Just the graphics were so cool that they buffed all that on
Yeah.
the Series X. It was just wild. So
Nice.
cool games. Cool games. Fuck, I got 3 more.
I was gonna say I'm looking at your list. What do you want to hit next?
This one isn't big. You don't even have to bring up a trailer.
Okay,
People
all right.
know about it. But like, I wrote down Borderlands 4. I haven't played any of the Borderlands. I just got 3 actually. It was on sale for like $8.
I'm waiting for Man Bear to
And-
jump in the chat. Borderlands is like his favorite game.
Yeah.
There he is. There he is. Right whenever I said it.
I never played any of them. Sorry. So I said sorry.
Ah, you did.
I just bought 3 because it was on sale for $8. Thought it'd be something cool to just fart around with and try because I know they're big and I know 4 is
Yeah.
coming out. So I bought it. It's cool. I don't know if it grabbed me right away.
Yeah.
I was thinking it would be a little more remnant-y.
Oh no.
And I think
It's
not
looter
quite like that.
shooter
I thought it was more
in
like
abundance.
I thought it was more like the dungeon thing, like you go and do like an area and try and clear it and that kind of thing. It's a little bit. It's not quite. It's more
It's much more open world than that.
Destiny, even like
Yeah.
looter shooter
Yeah.
style. So
Yeah.
wasn't quite what I had, but I don't know. I again, it was only $8.
Yeah.
I knew Javin had it. I checked with Jav, and he said he had it, so I figured it was something we could play together. And we still might.
Yeah.
But 4 looks cool. I don't remember if it's a day 1 Game Pass thing. I'm probably
I
gonna
don't know.
buy
I'm
it.
not sure.
If it does do Game Pass, then I'd probably play it. But I'm not gonna buy it. But
Yeah.
I don't know why I put that on my list, but it looks cool.
So my history with Borderlands is everybody telling me for years that I should play Borderlands.
Yeah,
And then I didn't.
That's the thing. That's
and
where
then
I'm at.
and then I finally
got into
played
it.
Borderlands 2, and I was like, well, this was okay. Like that was about how I felt about it. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I'm like, this is
that's
something
fine.
I feel I should love.
Yeah, I
just
felt
never
like
got
I
into it.
should like it because everybody has told me for years how much I will love this game. And then I was just like,
You
okay.
love Destiny. You're like a loser.
I liked
shooter
old
kinda
Destiny.
guy.
Yeah, I did, but
And
like,
the graphics are really cool. I think.
see,
it looks
I don't
really
like the
cool.
graphics. I don't like the
Okay.
graphics. That the
Never
cell
mind.
shading, the cell shading is what that style of
Not a
graphics.
fan.
I am not a fan of it.
Okay.
And then I hate that. Like, there's so many different types of weapons and using different weapons against different types of enemies, blah, 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 blah. It's like, I want to get a gun that I like and use it. I don't want to have to worry
Yep.
about all of these different other concepts.
Yep.
If you never played the first one, you aren't invested in the storyline. Everything builds off the story of the first. And I know the story of the first line. And then I even bought the third one and tried it. And I played it for like 20 minutes. I was like, nope, this is the same. I'm not doing this again.
See what I read. Everybody said 2 was like amazing.
The best. Yeah, yes. That's what
Story and stuff,
that's what I
and
always
3,
read.
the gameplay was better. I don't fucking know. Again, it was $8. I figured I can't go wrong.
I don't
So
know.
Gavin's ears are burning. I brought him up.
When a boss explodes and there's 80 weapons on the ground and you're supposed to choose the best ones, but you've literally been given no indicator as to how to choose the best ones out of that pile, I'm like, I don't care. I'm out.
I don't care.
I'll just pick one that
That's
looks cool and we'll go.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Right on. That's Borderlands 4. We're both not really excited about it.
So we mentioned a dishonorable mention. Is this honorable mention or is this dishonorable mention? Because neither one of us care about it.
I don't know. I have dishonorable movie mentions.
Okay.
I definitely have yeah, I'm not against Borderlands. It looks cool, but I don't know how much I'm going to.
Yeah.
If I have to buy it, I'm definitely not playing it.
Oh yeah, no, I
Definitely not happening.
How about this? It's on the list because it's maybe not our highly anticipated game for 2025, but gamer community wide, it is a highly anticipated.
Oh, I'm sure
game.
there's lots of those. There's definitely one.
Yeah.
Whatever, I can bring it up. But
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto 6, I'm sure.
Oh yeah,
is
I don't
going
give a
to
shit
be-
about that game.
I don't give a shit about that game.
Yes, finally, someone else. I no, I think there's several of us here, including people in chat, that are just like Grand Theft Auto. Like, okay, whatever.
No, it's too much. Not for me.
No.
Honestly, I've wanted to buy the Grand Theft Auto Definitive Edition trilogy or whatever just to play 3 again. Just to play that.
Yeah, Grand Theft Auto 3. That was it.
Grand Theft Auto 3. I really want to play 3 again. I played that when it came out.
Yep.
That game was so cool. It wasn't so fucking violent and graphic and all.
Yeah, like it had its
whatever.
little moments, but it wasn't over the
But
top.
3 was cool.
3 was good. I thought
I'm waiting
Vice
for
City
that
was
to go
good.
on sale. I played
the
Vice City.
Defender.
It wasn't.
It was okay. It was the first step in the downhill trend. Like
Sure. Yeah.
and like once we here's what I'm gonna say. Once we hit 4 was where I was just like, I'm done. This is garbage gaming. Like I absolutely hate it. Get GTA's top tier. I don't care for them, dude. I don't give a shit about the GTA games.
Me neither.
I know that they're like the big hype.
I want to play 3 again and just steal a Banshee. I remember the Banshee. It
Right?
looked like a Viper. That's all I want to do. I just want to drive around with Banshee again
Oh,
and hit big jumps.
yeah.
That's all.
Three,
I'm waiting for that to go on sale.
3 was
I
peak.
might
Everything
check that
since then has been worse.
Agreed.
And I am not. I am not gonna be playing the newest one. Now, you know what does interest me though is a lot of the people are playing like Kiddo Cristo, Smokey, and a few of the guys are playing the RP. And that looks
I don't know
like
much about
fun. It's just role playing. Like you create a character and you play as that character. You go into the world, you have a job, you do things, you participate in things with other people.
Okay.
You
I never
role
understood
play the
what
character.
he was doing.
Yeah. So that seems fun. It seems like there could be some fun in the online aspect of playing as a character, but
Gotcha.
that's about it. But I'm still never committed to doing that either. I will just watch those guys. So, all right.
No.
So, yeah.
Okay. Another quickie. State of Decay 3.
Okay.
I want to play that. I loved. I thought the other ones were cool. I never finished them, but I definitely played them for a bit. And I'm hoping 3 is just amazing.
Yeah.
Because 2 was cool. I played 1. I think there was 3 maps
Okay.
or something you could play in State of Decay 2, and I did the whole thing of one of them.
Okay.
Because you got to set up your base and upgrade everything and clear out all the fucking nests in the whole area. It's a lot, just one area, and it does get repetitive. Running around and you just find an abandoned building and you go in and loot and do you just push the button whatever it is and loot quietly, or do you push it really fast and make more noise but loot quicker? And it's just just give me the shit. Fuck.
Yeah.
I hate
Yeah.
Just
let
give me
me
the
fucking
food and
loot.
ammo that I need so I
Yeah.
can get back to my base.
Yeah.
I'll go fight the nest later. But I hate the dynamic of, do you want to loot quiet or do you want to loot
Loud.
loud?
Yeah.
and quicker. Just let me get it and get out of here.
Yeah. Well, that's
You're
what.
not adding any anticipation. It's just
Yeah.
annoying. I want to do it quicker every fucking time.
Yeah. Yeah. Because if that means
So
I'm gonna
that's
have to fight shit, so be it.
I'll have to fight you. Yeah.
Yep. Well, you'll have
So
to you'll have
that's
to let me know when you get that one because that would be one I'd be interested in playing with you. That's kind of up my alley.
okay.
I
Jeff,
like
Jeff is really
those.
into those. He
Okay.
really liked those. So I'm sure we'd have a third. That'll be a Game Pass for sure because Xbox owns that.
Okay.
So
I'll have to buy that one.
it got announced time ago, long years ago,
Yeah.
and hasn't been much out. So I don't know if that probably won't get released this year.
Yeah. I played a little bit of number 2 and I found it enjoyable, but I just didn't get too into it. Didn't have a group of us that was playing it enough.
Right.
So it would have been a strictly solo experience, and I could tell that was something that was much more enjoyable with friends. So
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure. Okay, my last one. You
Okay.
can look this one up if you don't mind.
Yes,
I think
I got you.
gotta see it. It's called Rematch. I don't know if it's Rematch Soccer. It's definitely Rematch. Try Rematch Soccer. I think this got announced at the Game Awards. Again, this isn't something I'm probably going to dive too much into. I just think the gameplay looks cool. You're used to playing a soccer game from like the bird's eye view from like the third level of the stands in the
Yeah.
center of the field, and this is like third person soccer.
This looks like Rocket League.
Rocket League but with
Yeah.
people. And so like that just looks like a totally different soccer game compared to the typical bird's eye view
It does.
center looking down on the whole field. It just looks really different and cool.
It does. It
It
looks
looks
cool.
like Rocket League regular soccer. And
Yeah.
I just yeah, FIFA Street. Yeah, exactly. It
Yeah.
just looks like a way different way to play soccer. And that appeals to me way more than the bird's eye view.
That's cool looking.
Situation.
I think that's a cool looking game.
Yeah,
This is the first I've heard of it.
it totally grabbed me. I like the color, the graphics.
Yep.
It just looks really cool. So I don't yeah, it comes out this year. Hopefully it's not a PlayStation exclusive as it is. If it is, then I'm fucked. But
Yep. Right. Have to check that
oh
out.
yeah, I don't know. I just thought that looked neat and be neat to try. Again,
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm not like diehard on it, but I just
Yeah.
I liked the variety. Like there was something different.
Yeah. No, I think it looks really cool. Like you said, just the different vantage point of it goes a long way. But then
Yeah.
also it's not just your typical boring kick the soccer ball and it's you know what I mean? Like there's a little bit of like
Yeah.
action to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
little just cartoony enough to make it seem a little bit more action, not so over the top that it pulls away from the gameplay. So
Yeah.
no, it looks
Exactly.
cool. I like it. Heck yeah.
Right on. Well, that's our game list. Anybody in chat? Anything that we didn't mention? Those are our picks. That's what we're excited for.
Yeah.
Anybody else excited for anything? Anything that we did not mention? I thought I did have a couple more that I figured other people were going to be pretty excited about. I know Fable. There's a new Fable coming out. I don't know. If
Is that a Fable
be a-
remake? Wicked would know that, I think. Wicked's a
I don't
Fable
know if
fan.
it's a remake. Maybe it is, but
Okay.
Fable looks like a big one. That'll be a Game Pass thing, so that's kind of cool. We'll see how.
Not a remake. Okay.
No, not a
New
remake.
one. Okay.
It's a new one.
All
Okay.
right.
So I know that'll be. I legit don't look towards what's coming out and let every release surprise me. Yeah, you. I probably tend to ruin things and send them to you. Like, hey, look at this. I did bring up Split Fiction, Javin. I that was one of my top picks, the Split Fiction.
Yeah.
Game. So if you checked that one out yet.
See, I'm the
Definitely
exact opposite of Jav here. I like keep up with like the news of what's being like rumored to be released and everything. That's like part of my it's like my entertainment thing. That's my light reading is to see what the rumors are behind games and movies.
Right.
So
another one was there's a Lord of the Rings one, The Shire. I don't know that one.
game?
That kind of cool. Yeah, you can look that one up if you want.
Yeah, I'll look
That one was announced. I'm sure that'll be kind of cool. Tales of the Shire. There you go.
Tales of the Shire. Oh, okay. Tales of Middle Earth. right?
I thought it had the Shire in the title.
Is it?
Maybe not. No, Tales of the Shire.
Tales of the Shire. Okay. Tales of the Shire. Yes, I saw this one as well. This is another one that I would like to play with Ellie.
There you go.
I think this is a game that we could get behind. It looks like a very cozy game.
Yeah.
Relaxing, chill. Which is more what I play these days. I think I'm aging out of gaming. I've hit 40, close enough to 40 anyways. Like I think I'm just getting to the point that's like I want my video like in the first year of 2025 here, I've spent 200 hours in a factory building game. Like no pressure, do whatever, build things.
It's chilling. Exactly.
Just hanging out.
Okay.
So
that's okay. Nothing wrong with that.
But yeah, this
Pick up this game back, so I think I'll suddenly be more in the market for cozy games more than I was before. Yeah, exactly.
I'm a fan of cozy games. Like it's just like I've just hit a state like you this is like you drawing me back into Call of Duty right now is like the biggest surprise of my life because like probably the last 6 months, like the Elden Ring expansion came out and I was a huge initial gameplay or initial Elden Ring but like the expansion came out and I played like a little and it was hard and I'm like I'm over it. Like,
I don't want to struggle.
I don't want to struggle anymore, which is why I'm like kind of also iffy on the Monster Hunter Wilds thing is because I know it's gonna be a struggle and I would probably rather be a hobbit in the Shire.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, this looks awesome. Steam tells me 261. Okay, so we're pushing 300 hours in Satisfactory now. Since December 27th. It's it's an addiction. But no, this game I will definitely be playing.
It's some Animal Crossing, yeah.
And oh, you know what? There was one more that was
I got a few too.
I'm sorry. Okay, let me throw one more. Oh, I said
sorry.
I did it. I did it.
We have a lot of games. We have a lot of games.
We do.
I haven't even touched movies yet.
I have more movies than games. Okay, this one I wasn't going to bring up, though. I decided against, but I have to. Ghost of Yotai. It is of Yotai.
Okay.
It is the sequel to Ghost of Tsushima, which I was a huge fan of. Like I 100%ed it on PlayStation, like got the platinum trophy and everything. I was obsessed with this game when it first came out.
Nice.
But the unfortunate part, the reason I had taken this off of the list is because I am very much looking forward to this, but I don't have a PlayStation anymore.
Oh, okay.
And so it's a PlayStation exclusive. And
maybe eventually
I promise you, I'm going to tell you exactly how it always goes. By the time it becomes not exclusive, I'm not going to play it. I never do. I never do. I know how I am. How were the spicy freeze dried candy? Were they hot? They weren't. They were a little spicy, but I mean, not terribly spicy. He had it worse with the bean. I can promise you that. I've experienced those. The bean was hotter.
Sriracha's not. Yeah, that's the lowest one.
Yeah, you're all out of Reapers. You liked them so much that you ate all the Reapers.
I did. I don't have many left. I'm gonna have to restock up.
So go again. I don't know the storyline behind this game or what it's going to be, but Ghost of Tsushima was around whenever the Mongolians invaded Japan, and pretty much you played as the nephew of the emperor, I believe it was, who like didn't get captured, and you kind of like worked to bring the villagers back and fight back the Mongolians and eventually overtake and free your uncle and everything and take back Japan, fight the Mongolians back.
Nice.
I don't want to give away any spoilers as to the story because the story of that game was so freaking amazing. If anybody here hasn't played it and you go play it, it's just one of the most beautifully put together stories ever. So again, that's why I'm looking forward to the new one. It gives you all the different environments. You have different like duels. Like this is a duel right here. There are specific hard enemies you encounter out, because it is open world, so you can go do different side quests and main quests and that kind of stuff. You hunt down different items, you find secret areas that give you additional quests to give you like legend level gear and stuff. It's just, as a whole, it's just an awesome game. So
Nice.
I hope this one turns out to be just as good as the first one, but we'll see, because I can't play it, so I'll watch it.
Cool.
All right. Any more games?
I don't know. There was a spy. I don't even remember the name of it. There was a spy one coming out that looks cool. I think there's like multiple people, like multiple like online,
Okay.
and you have to. I think you have certain like little attributes and abilities and stuff, and then everybody breaks into like the museum, and they all try to get away with the one artifact,
Okay.
kind of thing. I thought that
Interesting.
was a neat idea. I don't remember the name of it.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
and
I
South of
think
Midnight.
I think
is
if
another one.
I think if I type in spy game where everybody tries to break in and steal the thing in the search bar, I don't know that that's going to bring up the correct game.
Probably not.
No. What was the other
Spy
one?
game from Game Awards, I guess.
Spy game
I don't
from
remember
Game
what it's
Awards. Do you want me to look it up?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
South of Midnight was another one that looks kind of cool. The graphics look cool. It's kind of like the slow motion shading. It's down in Louisiana.
Okay.
Bayou. That one looked like it had cool monsters and fighting.
Nice.
Yeah. That's all I got. That's enough.
Well, then
It's a lot of games.
shall we go into the films then?
Let's do it.
All right. Do you want to start off with the one on our list that we had in common?
Sure.
All right. So just so
This
everybody,
is gonna be wild. Our tastes, our excitement for movies, ladies and gentlemen, is thick as thieves. Thank you, Wicked.
Thick as
That was
thieves.
the spy game. Thank you. Now you're looking it up, or are you looking up the movie?
I was going to the movie. I'm going later.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Okay, thank you, Wicked. Appreciate it. Yeah, this is gonna be a hilarious comparison
Yes.
for our movies.
And just to give
I think
everybody,
people know that, though. I think people
so.
know
They
that,
they know how different we are. But just to throw it out there, and everybody, like, we don't talk about our lists until we've each completed our lists pretty much, and then we kind of, at that point, we share, so that, like, I can have a little bit of heads up as to what I'll be pulling up and that kind of stuff. So I have like Huey's list in front of me, but we actually had one movie on our list that we both had that we're looking forward to this year, and that is 28 Years Later, which
I'm gonna come to a surprise to Mrs. Huey.
Oh.
Be like, what?
I cannot express how excited I am for this movie. The original,
I haven't watched
writing
the other
and
one
direct.
in a long time. I haven't seen the other ones in a long time.
So funny story, 28 days later, you couldn't watch unless you owned a physical DVD or Blu-ray copy.
Oh, okay.
Because the rights had like lapsed and nobody was allowed to stream it on anything. It hadn't been sold anywhere. So it wasn't until this trailer came out that I believe Sony finally got the rights, and now you can buy it on Prime. But it went for years. Like, if you found the DVD online, it was selling for like $50, $60.
Wow.
Just to watch, because you couldn't watch it.
Oh, okay.
So now you can watch 28 Days Later again, which has Cillian Murphy in it, who is returning in this movie. We just don't know in what aspect, how long.
I definitely thought it was the zombie in the field,
but it's not.
it's not.
It is not the
Apparently
zombie
it's
in the
not.
field. Nope. That dude actually like looks like that. They showed like the picture of the extra that played that zombie, and he looks like he looks like the way his chest is all like caved in. That's how that dude looks.
That's fun.
Yeah, he looks very sickly. That poor fella. But yeah, so that's confirmed not Cillian Murphy. But this is the start of a trilogy. So it's gonna be 28 years later, and then the sequel is going to be the Bone Temple, I believe is what it's called. 28 years later, the Bone Temple, and then there's an unnamed third movie that's gonna be.
Hey, you gotta go back. That dude's chest actually looks like that.
Yes.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna
What?
Like, trust me, everybody.
What are you googling? Dude with sunken chest?
It was such a hot topic. Where's he at? Where's he at? Where's he at?
Fucked up. I believe you. I'm being mean.
You're not being
It's just
mean.
how this man-
This
how
dude,
man
it's
is.
this dude. Where's he at? There he is. I don't know if that's big enough to see. Is that too small on the screen?
Wow.
Yeah, you see him?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Weird.
that's that dude.
He was made for that part.
We were literally gonna show you just to make everybody think you're Cillian Murphy in makeup,
There you go.
but he wasn't. It wasn't. So I love how that's the most replayed part of the trailer as well. Is that zombie?
yeah,
Because everybody's like,
everybody thought
"That's
it
him," but no, that was not Jim. But yeah, so for me, the original writing team, directing team, Cillian Murphy, everybody coming back together to make this movie, and they all only said that they would do it if they had like the perfect idea in mind. Like we're only gonna build on this universe if we feel like it's justified. So
Right.
yeah,
I'll have to go back and watch the other ones again
Do it.
before I see that.
I still need to rewatch
Wow.
28 Weeks Later, which I still felt like was a decent sequel. It wasn't nearly as good as the first movie, but I thought it was decent, and it had Jeremy Renner in it, had Hawkeye. So
Oh,
yeah, you know, I thought
Is there only the two?
yes,
The days and the weeks?
days and
now it's here.
weeks. For for a long time, there's always been a rumor that they were going to release 28 months later, and they just never came together, never did it. And so whenever this one was announced, everybody thought it was going to be 28 months, and it ended up being years. So
Makes sense.
now a lot of people think that the unnamed movie, the third movie, they think they might do a prequel to this trilogy and make it 28 months. But that's rumors. Who knows? But anyway, super excited. Fun little virus outbreak movie where people become violent rage monsters and kill everybody. Awesome.
Yeah, those are the horror movies I like.
Which shouldn't be too surprising whenever I know, like we mentioned earlier,
Yeah,
Resident
Resident
Evil.
Evil.
You know what I mean? Like,
Love
it's
Resident
kind of in the same vein as Resident Evil. So
Exactly. Zombies I like.
zombies are good. Zombies are fun. Just I don't like gaming. Nope, not video
that's
games. Movies all day.
It's not your thing.
Not my thing. All right. So what would be, since we shared that one, I'll put you on the spot and say what would be your next movie?
All right, everybody. My actually those first two. Yeah, no, fuck it. I'm sticking with it. My most oh god, I'm gonna say it.
Do it.
I'm most looking forward to the live action How to Train Your Dragon. I don't fucking care.
I knew that's the direction you were going. I was already
don't
typing.
care. I don't care. I love the animated one. Loved it. And I had no idea this was coming out, the live action one. And when I saw this trailer, it just floored me. It looks so cool. It looks so well done. My favorite part of this trailer is you're going to see it because in the animated one, it was so cool when he meets Toothless and he's learning his trust. Honestly, it reminds me of Oliver. It reminds me of our dog. And like the trust thing. And eventually he just, he gains the trust. And just the way when he touches his nose here and he does the little wince is exactly like the movie. And that just hit me. I'm like, man, well done. Like, it's not like the little wince just, I don't know. It just got me. I'm like, man, you nailed it. You fucking nailed it. And I also love that Gerard Butler is coming back because he played the voice of the dad in the animated one, and now he is the dad in this one.
Nice.
I don't know. I thought the first one was cool. Love the story. Not the first one, whatever.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, the animated version.
And like, if they do it right, if it's not all too much CGI and dumb, I know
Yeah.
I know it's CGI, but like
Of course.
if they do like the flying and all this stuff and it looks dumb, then I'm not gonna like that. But like if they do it right, I think it's gonna be really cool.
I think it has potential. Not again, not as a
I agree, Vander.
non-Disney or Pixar guy, like that one seems like one of the most tolerable ones to me. Like it looks like it's interesting to me. And
Yeah.
I've never seen any
Yeah.
of the animated ones, so I have no background with. I know I saw Wicked said he's
animated one
never
was
seen
pretty
any
cute.
of them. I've never seen any of them, but I would definitely watch this one with the kids.
That How to Train Your Dragon, just the first one. I haven't watched all the other ones. How to Train Your Dragon and Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs are two animated ones that I always thought were really creative and cool.
I've seen that.
And neat.
I like that movie.
And I like them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
both of them.
exactly.
I think they were
I
too.
feel
I
the
like
same.
both of them. It was
Yeah.
an interesting concept.
So I don't know. I had no idea they were doing a live action one, and I don't know. I think it looks cool.
Yep.
Again, I don't know what it was. Just when he winces there, it's just
Yeah.
like you fucking nailed that scene.
Yeah. So almost like kind of like that scene wouldn't have been that scene without that moment. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he nailed it. Like you just
That's good.
if you don't do it right,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Awesome.
That's my pick.
All right. My next.
Shifting gears.
There's not a trailer out.
Okay.
So here I'll just show the trailer for the
Your
one.
list is gonna be so good.
My list.
I'm excited for some of these because it's gonna be just. It's
Wait.
gonna be so funny.
I don't know which ones you're looking forward to on my list, and now I'm nervous because I eliminated some movies from my list to shorten it up a little bit.
All right.
It's okay because I could always bring them back. Do I still got that up there? I still got that up there. Good.
It's
Okay.
some of your. I'm not gonna ruin any.
You're good. So this is okay. So Mortal Kombat 2. It doesn't have a trailer yet, so I'm just showing the trailer from the one that was released a few years ago. But Mortal Kombat 2 is set to come out, and the one that they showed that they brought out a few years ago, I thought was really well done. They introduced a lot of like the core characters. The fight scenes are freaking awesome. Like I've always been a Mortal Kombat fan, just of the story and like even I used to play a lot of the fighting games back in the day for Mortal Kombat. So really enjoyed this movie, and the biggest complaint people had was like Mortal Kombat is supposed to be like a tournament where like people from Earth fight people from Otherworld to pretty much stop them from invading and taking over Earth. And so there was no competition. There was no Mortal Kombat tournament in the first movie. Well, this one's supposed to have an actual tournament and bring in a bunch more of the iconic characters. And we have Carl Urban is going to play Johnny Cage. And I think Carl Urban's in The Boys, the guy who's always wearing the trench coat.
I never watched The Boys.
Did you watch Dredd?
Like the guy. Yeah. Okay. I know that.
He
guy.
was
Yeah.
Dredd, yeah.
Okay.
But I like him as an actor. He's done a lot of good things. He was in the Chronicles of Riddick movie, where he played one of the necromancers. So, but I don't know, like the way they did it, it was.
I don't know why I never watched this movie.
It's over the top. It's violent, you know what I mean? Which is what Mortal Kombat is supposed to be. It's always been a violent video game, but it's not like over the top gore. Not
Did
like
it get
disgusting.
good reviews? I don't know why I never watched that.
Yeah, everybody enjoyed it. Everybody liked this movie.
What's wrong with me?
It came out on HBO Max. It didn't go into theaters.
Oh, that'll be it.
It went on HBO Max is where it came out on. But yeah, anyways, Mortal Kombat 2 is coming out this year.
If I can rent that.
I'm sure you can.
Is it still only on HBO?
Actually, no, it's on Netflix now. They put it on Netflix now.
Well, fuck, there you go.
So you can watch that on Netflix. Bones from Star Trek is another Carl Urban role. He's got a good range. I like that dude. But yeah, Mortal Kombat 2. it's a guilty pleasure kind of movie. You know, it's not like a cinematic masterpiece. It's not going to have the best acting in the world or anything like that. But like, I'm going to get together and watch fantasy characters beat the shit out of each other until death. So,
Oh, Netflix US and Canada aren't the same, so we might not have it.
ooh,
Bummer.
big bummer. Yep.
I'll have to check.
All right,
Right on.
it's your turn,
Cool.
sir.
My next movie is Ballerina.
Okay.
Definitely looking forward to this. Ballerina is from the John Wick universe. And Anna de Armas, don't ask me how to pronounce that,
Sounds
is the
right.
main character. Yeah, I don't know. I love John Wick. I love all John Wicks. Again, I think the fighting in that is just on a different level, and it's just like a dance. I've said that
Yeah,
before. It's like
yeah.
a well choreographed
Yep.
art. It's like the fighting is like an art, and it's so cool and creative.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. This one, like John Wick 4 had some, like they all had different aspects that were just something you've never seen before. And I think this one has like some crazy flamethrower. She's got a fire hose and the other guy's got a flamethrower scene kind of thing. That looks sick. This is the last. I think this is Lance Riddick. There's the
I
last
was
movie
just getting
he was
ready
in,
to
'cause he
comment. It
did-
was that Lance Reddick.
Yeah, because he passed
He
away.
passed
so
away,
this
yeah.
will be his last film. But
Oh.
yeah, I don't know. You can't. I don't think you can really go wrong with the John Wick
Oh, it's got
universe.
Daryl Dixon in it. What's his name from The Walking Dead? I just saw him.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's Daryl Dixon to me.
That's his name.
Yeah, that's totally his name.
That's his name from Walking Dead.
Yeah,
Norman Reedus.
Norman Reedus. Yes, that's the one. So it's got. I like Norman Reedus. I liked him in
Yeah.
Boondock Saints. I've always liked his stuff. So,
Love Boondock Saints. So
so again, Huey, here we go. I've only seen John Wick 1. And I loved John Wick #1. I thought it was fantastic.
well, then
and
what
I've
are you
just
waiting for?
because I don't know. You know me in action movies.
I know you don't like action movies. Again, I think if you go into it just for the lens of the fighting,
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
to see
yes.
the choreography and what they're doing is very, very. I don't know. It's just wild. It's
Yeah. Well,
never seen
there's
anything like it really.
there's
very creative.
there's no reason for me not to watch it because I love Keanu Reeves. I think he's a great actor. I enjoyed the first one because I did think that the fight scenes were really well choreographed and that they just flowed together so well that I agree. Like what you said, like I can't think of another action movie that flows that well with itself.
Yeah.
Story and action, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
I agree with Javin. The universe they've created is amazing too. You just the rules and the Continental and all the stuff, the universe that they created around this is amazing. It's so sick. So sick.
And they made a TV show, The
so much
Continental, as
deeper.
well.
Yeah, I don't know if that got as good reviews. I
Okay.
don't remember if I read that got canceled.
Yeah, I
could be wrong
I'm not
there.
sure.
But yeah, the universe is amazing. It's
Yep.
very, very well done and cool.
Well, I think the appeal to me for the first movie was that obviously the bad guys break into John Wick's house and they end up killing his dog, and he ends up going on and I was like, I could get behind that motive.
Yeah, he
Like,
goes on
go
a
kill them.
4-movie rampage.
Because that was kicked off because they killed his dog. I'm like, I can get
Yeah.
behind this guy. Absolutely. Yep.
Exactly. Yep.
Absolutely.
So yeah, Ballerina.
It does look good. I have to give it
Yeah.
to it. They all look good. So I like that one. I'll probably watch it.
Nice. But you gotta watch the other ones.
Well, that's what I was just gonna say. Do I have to watch all the other ones first, or can I just watch this one?
Good. It just gets deeper. It just layers. It layers the coolness.
Fine. I'll watch the John
Excellent.
Wick movies.
They're excellent.
Look what you're doing to me. All right. My next movie is questionable. So it's called The Gorge. And it looks like it's two snipers that have been recruited. They're from foreign countries.
Oh, Anna Taylor-Joy, she's cool. I
Anna
love
Taylor-Joy and Miles Teller, which are both decent actors, actresses. I like both of them, and they are they're stationed on opposite sides of a giant chasm, a gorge in the earth. And then,
Okay.
not spoiling anything because it's in the trailer, somebody literally told you, they're like, "What are we doing here?" And they're like, "You're making sure nothing comes out. Like this is the gateway to hell."
has Maze Runner vibes.
It does. It does. So Sigourney Weaver's in it.
Nice.
So yeah, they're literally stationed here to make sure that nothing comes out of the gates from hell. And they're not supposed to communicate with each other, but they do like some little like flirtatious sniper stuff here, as you can see in the trailer. Like they see each other, they're like, ooh la la, you know what I mean? So like now I'm kind of like questioning, like, oh, is this gonna be kind of like a love story thing here? Is that the direction? Like
Romance.
you hooked me when you said snipers versus the gates of hell. Now is this gonna be a
now it's a love
romance?
story. Yeah.
Because I don't know about all of that. But again, it ends up showing like they end up down in the gorge, so there's going to be some action and stuff there. Now, my big hesitation of this movie is it's coming out on Apple TV.
Yeah.
It's not a theatrical release. It's not even a. I mean, you know how these straight to streaming service movies are.
Yeah.
So. And Apple TV, in my opinion, is like the worst of them. Because they produce like there's no in between. There's no medium. They either have extremely good quality stuff, bangers, or just absolutely horrendous. And so I'm hoping that this one turns out good. I've got high hopes. I just really think the entire concept of it is cool. And so yeah, and it comes out on Valentine's Day. So it's telling me,
Dude.
it's kind of leaning me toward that romantic vibe, but
Yeah.
we'll see. So, The Gorge on Apple TV. Go get another streaming service, everybody. Pay more money. You remember whenever we all switched over to streaming services because it was cheaper than having cable?
Yep.
But now if you want to watch everything, you have to have like 15 streaming services. It's like twice as much.
Yep.
Like they got us.
We're down
they
to
knew.
I gave up everything except Prime because we already had Prime for whatever. Buying stuff.
Yeah.
So we were down to just Prime for a bit, and then I can't remember something came on Netflix. Queer Eye. Queer Eye came on Netflix, and we really wanted to watch Queer Eye.
Gotcha.
So we got the cheapest plan with the ads.
Yeah.
So I was like, I didn't want to pay. I didn't want to pay to not have ads. I'm just like, fuck it. So now we're on the cheapest Netflix plan again, and Prime.
We have
Prime with Paramount Plus, which is the extra add-on.
We have
That's
too
the
many.
only. Yeah.
We have a lot. And here's the thing. Here's where they get you. I'm sorry. Let me add that sorry to it real quick while you continue on with your story. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
I was trying to think of what. I was gonna need Crave. I'm probably gonna need Crave for The Last of Us season 2, unless that gets the. I'm probably gonna have to wait. Yeah, that's what I did before. I waited for the whole thing to be released digitally, and then I bought the season on Xbox. I didn't stream that as it came out, so I don't know if I'm going to do that again and wait, just keep waiting for the whole thing to be released, or if I'm going to pay for the subscription and watch The Last of Us. As it's done.
Makes sense.
I haven't decided.
That makes sense.
What were you going to say?
I don't know. That was like 2 minutes ago.
You forgot.
I forgot already.
Distracted.
No. Now I remember what I was going to say. So it's funny like how the streaming services get you because they're like you can do ad free for like $3 more, and it's like in your head. In your head at the moment, you're like $3. You know what I mean? Like it's not that much more.
And then the ads keep coming, and you're like, motherfucker.
The ads for one. The ads are But then whenever
we started
you have
muting them. We just mute the TV, let it go, and it's not as painful.
Yeah. Well, obviously, as you've seen on my
like,
YouTube, I don't have ad free.
No. Then I start to think like, okay, but every time the ads come up, it's a minute.
Mhm.
And I'm like, this is time of my life I'm not enjoying.
Yep. You could be
And
done.
for $3,
Yeah, you
I
could
can
get rid of that.
continue. I can get rid of that
Yeah.
and save my life, time of my
Yeah.
life.
Well, hey, time equals money, you know. So think of it this way:
Exactly.
you could be
It's
done with
such
that.
a battle.
You could be done with that movie 10 minutes earlier, and move on to do
Exactly.
something
Move on.
else. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
What is your
It's
time
just
worth?
$3. All right.
Right.
I'm
A
gonna
month.
I'm gonna spend $3 on
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend 4 times that much on a coffee to some point today.
Exactly. I know.
So I know. I'm with you.
It adds up.
Just keep fighting the man. Don't buy ads, or just don't buy ad free. All right. So that was the gorge
That was the gorge.
and
Okay.
ad tangent. Um, what else do you got on the list?
Honestly, the rest of mine are probably honorable mentions, but
Okay.
I'll do them anyway. So
Yes.
I like Mission Impossible movies. The last few have been okay. The next one, I guess, is Mission Impossible: Final Reckoning. Honestly, didn't even
Yes.
know it was coming out until I was prepping for this show and I looked up all the movies that are coming out this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
The last one had a bunch of AI shit in it. I don't know. It was okay, but I've seen all of them. I think they're kind of cool. I like the stunts and the stuff. I don't know. I'm gonna watch it.
I've seen a few of them hit and miss throughout the years. Like I know I watched the first one. I
Yeah.
think I've seen like number 3, and I think I saw
The second
maybe
last
the
one I liked.
last one. I I don't know. I like the cast.
Yeah, yeah. I
You
like
know,
Simon Pegg,
Simon Pegg, Ving Rhames,
Ving Rhames. Yeah,
and even Tom Cruise
Rebecca
as a
Ferguson's
I mean,
cool.
he may be a weirdo in real life or whatever, but I think he's a
Yeah.
good actor. You know
He
what I
does a
mean? Like
good job.
I enjoy watching him.
Yep. Yeah. No, it's a solid. I don't know. They're fun to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, they are fun watch. I think the last one I watched is when the dude like threw himself down like a car elevator thing at the end. I don't know. It was weird, like parking garage, and they were fighting and like falling off onto cars as they were like being lifted up and parked. I don't know. It was a weird scene, but it was fun to watch. It was cool.
I don't remember
So,
that.
but yeah, out of all of them, I don't know how many there are. I think I've seen 3 of them, but they're all
Nice.
decent. So
Yeah.
Tom Cruise
I'm gonna watch
in
Tom Cruise.
Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. How many Mission Impossible movies are there that have the final something in the title though? Like not just Mission Impossible, but I feel like every action, or not like every action, every horror, like they always have like a the final or the last or blah blah. It's like Jesus, okay. If it makes enough money, it's not going to be the final
Not the
or the
last one.
last or anything. Yeah, absolutely not. So, all right.
Nice.
My next one is a movie called Sinners. And Sinners looks like an interesting one to me because I think the setting is pretty unique. It looks like it's say old timey,
Okay.
like maybe like a 1920s. It looks like Prohibition era, an
Yeah.
American Prohibition area. But it looks like it revolves. This is a movie directed by Ryan Coogler, who directed the first Black Panther movie, which I thought was the best one out of them so far. I think he has a very good way of like on screen showing and passing good messages about like struggles that community has had without like beating you over the head with a message. You know what I mean? Like he just makes a movie and the message is there. It's not like right up front and in your face.
Yeah.
And there's nothing confirmed yet, but this is supposedly a vampire movie. So like it's these like Prohibition era guys and their struggles and like living amongst their community, and then I believe it ends up what looks to be in this barn where they're having a little shindig, and I think it's gonna get invaded by vampires. So
What?
yeah, exactly. And I love vampire stuff, so of course it's got me. Yep, there it is. So
Really?
yes. That's the direction it's going. It's going to be awesome.
That was not expected.
Right? Even through most of the trailer, you're just watching and be like, okay,
You're
this
like-
seems like a good, like, that era kind of
And
story,
then
you
all
know?
of a sudden,
There's
takes this
demons
weird-ass
and
turn.
vampires and all kinds of... And Michael B. Jordan is a great actor, and Ryan Coogler is a director. I'm just... This looks
I
cinematically
did
like a
not
really good
see
movie.
that coming.
Right? So I think this gives me there was a movie, Quentin Tarantino movie from Dusk Till Dawn. And Dusk Till Dawn was like the first half of it was like a heist movie with Tarantino and George Clooney. And then the last half of it was like a violent vampire horror thriller. And I feel like that's what they've done with this, is they've made almost two separate settings. You're going to have the first half and you're going to have the second half. And like there's going to be a lot of setup about what gets those people to this point, and then the movie is going to take a complete turn of directions because your characters have been just blindsided by this event. So, Sinners
Weird.
by Ryan Coogler, starring Michael B. Jordan. Going to be a good one.
I did not see that coming.
Semi-historical movies that inject stupid vampire shit is one of my new favorite genres. Exactly. Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. Sign me up. I loved it. What a great movie that was. I read the book.
Sign me up.
I read the book.
Nice.
It was amazing. So,
Nice.
yeah. So that Sinners was one of my... This one actually only popped up within the last 2 or 3 weeks.
I was
for me.
watching the trailer and I'm like, wow, this actually seems like a really nice, normal movie, old in time kind of thing. Like, this does not fit Mike's thing at all. And then you brought vampires in it. I'm like, okay, there it is. That's Mike.
Don't ever... Listen.
That makes sense.
Yeah, okay. Thank
This
you.
doesn't fit at all. Oh, wait, there it is.
There it is. There it is. Okay, it's fucking weird. Yep, that's it. Don't
You
ever.
totally threw me
I
there.
got you. I got you. I get on that one. So, Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies was also good. It was good. Also, it was also another book that was adapted into a movie. Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies.
Nice.
Yep. So there's my weird one. What do you got?
This one isn't weird. Again, I'm on the fence. I've been on the fence with all this shit for a while with all
Yeah.
the superhero stuff, but
Ooh,
they
okay.
dropped trailers for Superman. So another Superman.
This one.
I know. I'm gonna like. It depends. I'll see the reviews
I know.
and more trailers and see it. But I liked Man of Steel. I know that was a Christopher Nolan
It was
kind
fun.
of thing.
Yeah.
I liked Henry Cavill, whatever the fuck his name is. I liked him as Superman. So I don't know. As a big fan of Superman, this looks dumb. Yeah, they definitely brought it back with the old suit and stuff. He looks. His hair looks stupid there.
Well, okay, and so that brings up a good point. You brought up the hair, so I'm going to run with it, okay? He had, like, curly hair right there running in the building.
Yeah.
So now, like,
Yeah.
every time he changes into his Superman outfit, does he, like, take a hair straightener?
A new hairdo.
Like, he's, like,
Yeah.
in the phone booth with, like, a hair straightener. Hold on, I don't
I
want
know.
anybody to know me. Yeah, there's his curly
Ja-
pop head again.
James Gunn, like you hope it's. I don't fucking know. We'll see how it goes.
Yes.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. One of my
I'm
least...
a sucker for the superhero stuff. I'm
Me
kind of done with
too.
the whole Marvel universe though, and every fucking movie is a the fuck word am I looking for?
DEI.
No, it's all the multiverse.
Oh,
thing.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
so
yeah. They're trying to
fucking
get away
sick of
from that, though, yeah.
I'm so sick of that.
Yep.
But like, I don't know. We'll see how this goes.
I hate seeing crypto in this trailer. Like, I don't want to see a superhero dog. I don't want to see
That kind of
this.
threw me too when I saw this. I'm
And like the
really-
crypto looks stupid. It doesn't fit to me.
yeah,
I
don't know.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a movie theater watch for me.
but
I can
that's
tell you
the
that right now.
problem
This will
is-
be
big superhero movies are supposed to be theater experiences.
I know, but I don't.
But I don't want to spend the money on this.
I'm not spending money on that. No.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna be disappointed. I'm worried about being disappointed in my living room. I'm not going to the theater.
Yes, that's a good point. Yeah, I have a lot of issues with this as well. I think the crypto thing, like I mentioned, looks stupid.
Yeah. We're gonna see. Well, I'll see the reviews
Yeah.
and what people say. That'll
The
dictate.
one thing that I am pretty happy to see is that this is already an established universe. We're not doing another origin story.
Yeah.
Like, you've seen members of the Justice League. You already see him, like, in... It looks like he's in his Superman outfit a lot. You know what I mean? So, like, the superheroes already exist. We're not going to go back and beat that same dead horse again with an origin story.
Yep.
I know a lot of people have issues with the Guy Gardner Green Lantern look there of Nathan Fillion. I did
Yeah.
it first too, and I've kind of come around on it a little bit. Like, I'm okay with it because I do think it'll fit in with kind of the goofiness that they're going to go for in that Green Lantern character, you know. Also, he's too small. He's supposed to be like a white lab, not some ankle biter. Yeah, it's supposed to be like, he's supposed to, like, Crypto looks
Big
like
dog,
a muscular dog. Yeah, he looks,
Yeah.
So,
It's a little West Highland Terrier.
right? I don't know. That's a,
We'll see. Again, not set. It's whatever.
I'm iffy. I'm iffy on the
I'll
Superman
watch it
movie.
if it ends up being cool and people like it. That's about it.
I'm gonna watch it at some
Yeah.
point in time. I'm gonna watch it, and we're probably gonna end up talking about it again somewhere down the road.
Sure.
But
It'll end up on a future episode.
it will. But it's like you said, it's gonna be.
We'll watch it, and then at the end of the year, December, we're
Yep.
going to go over all of these movies and games. That'll be December's episode. And
Yep.
we'll talk about it then.
There we go. We already have an episode planned. Tune in December, everybody. We'll have our 2025.
Yeah.
What let us
We'll do the
down this
recap,
year? Recap.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So that's Superman. The last one that I had officially on my list. I can throw some other ones out there. I have two more. Okay, my next one. Sorry, is a movie called.
I don't think I'm in the lead anymore.
No, I don't think so. I think I took over this race. My next movie is called Fear Street Prom Queen. And
Better leaning more towards my expectations of your list.
so there was a series of movies released on Netflix that I didn't watch for a long time because I thought they looked really cheesy. The Fear Street Trilogy is what they called it. It was like 1994, and then there was like a 1974, and then like a 1666 or something. So they released this series of movies, and I'm like, this looks dumb. And it was all based of like an R.L. Stine book series, which is the guy who wrote the Goosebumps books. And then finally, probably within the last month, I got bored and was like, I'm going to give this trilogy a try. Like, I've heard decent things about it amongst the horror community, and it's really well received. You know, again, leading back to what I said earlier, like a Netflix release is always kind of like questionable, you know? I watched the first movie. It was great. I was like, wow, this is just a fantastic movie. It is gory, it is horror, it's got its jump scare moments, like it's really solid, well put together. And then the second movie went ahead and jumped right into it, and then right into the third, watched them all within like a couple of days, and like your big horror staples, like your Scream, your Freddy, your Friday the 13th, all of those, their storylines are like all over the place and hardly ever mesh up. Like, this little cheap Netflix thing had like a solid 3 movies with a coherent storyline weaved together through all of them that was really enjoyable to watch through all 3 movies. And I was like, wow, I've been missing out when not watching this, you know? So then I hear that Prom Queen is coming out. So Fear Street Prom Queen, and it's in the same universe, but it's not tied to those first 3 movies. But now having watched those and being happy with them, There's not much known about this movie yet. It is coming out in 2025, but just building off of that, I'm pretty excited for that movie now.
Nice.
So
No
yeah,
trailer or nothing.
there's no trailer on that one. There's no trailer for
Nothing
Prom
wrong.
Queen. Nope, it's just announced.
Gotcha.
No trailer.
Gotcha.
Yep. So yeah, so that's
Cool.
my Netflix release. I had an Apple TV release. I've got a Netflix release.
You're all over
I'm
the
on
place, yeah.
I'm on a roll here. Don't worry. Don't worry. My last one here.
Well, you go again. I'm out of those.
You're
are all
out?
of my
Oh, no.
5. I have honorable mentions. I have 3 honorable mentions. But if you still have top ones, you go ahead.
This is my final, but I cheated. All right. My final top one is actually like 4 movies. Now most of them don't have trailers, so they have been making what is called the public rights for Winnie the Pooh are up. All right.
I've been waiting for these ones.
So over the last couple of years, they made Winnie the Pooh themed horror movies. They were called Blood and Honey,
Yes.
and then Blood and Honey Part 2 or 2, like The Reckoning or some shit. Or no, not The Reckoning, but whatever. So now the plan for this. All right, let me see. The newest one is Peter Pan Neverland Nightmare. That's the next one to come out. I think it's already out.
Oh fuck.
I know. We're having fun now, aren't we?
Oh yeah. I've been waiting for these.
Yes. So, Peter Pan Neverland Nightmare, obviously a horror themed Peter Pan movie.
Amazing.
Where he is essentially going to be like kidnapping kids, and
Yes.
I would imagine subjecting them to horrors.
Sure.
So yeah, I'm looking for. This has been compared to here recently. There was a movie came out that called The Black Mask, where a dude like
Okay.
abducts kids, like like traps them and kills them and that kind of stuff. So this has been kind of compared to that film, which was well received theme wise, but I don't know how much more in depth I can go, because that's about all the depth this movie's gonna have is Peter Pan kidnaps kids, and eventually there's gonna be some kind of kid escape, right?
Sure.
Oh my God, there's still another minute of this trailer left. Okay, so now he's on a school bus full of
Just took a whole
children.
bus of them.
What's that? Yeah, just
took
a
a
whole
whole
bus.
bus
Just
of
a whole
kids.
bus of, well, I don't know because I saw a lot of stabby going on there, but
Yeah.
which is kind of weird because like usually violence against children is a line that mostly isn't crossed
Yeah.
even in horror. So I don't know like how much we'll actually see as far as violence towards
Yeah, you
children
think
goes.
you think that's a no-no?
It usually is. Violence towards animals and violence towards children is usually frowned
A
upon.
line not
So
crossed.
it's a line not. It's a taboo. It's something that can really shut down your franchise that you're trying to set up here. So
Fucked up.
yeah. So yeah. So there's Neverland Nightmare. But then
That was terrifying.
that was okay. So there's that's going to be followed up by Bambi, The Reckoning. Now, keep in mind, we talk about like the MCU and everything that has like a shared universe, right? All of these
Okay.
movies, including Winnie the Pooh, are all a shared universe. They all exist within the same universe. And listen, we can skip because I know we're silent here, so we can skip towards right about here is the most important part of the Bambi the Reckoning
the
trailer.
Reckoning.
Yes. And here it is. So you can, again, Bambi flipping cars and howling and everything else.
Amazing.
Again, not much to say on that. I don't think,
When I saw that on your list, I laughed. I'm like, oh my.
I gotta remember Pinocchio. We're gonna
Pinocchio.
follow that up with Pinocchio Unstrung.
Man, I started like most of mine are nice Disney movies, and yours are horrifying. Disney
They
movies.
are. Okay, this doesn't actually have a trailer. It says official trailer, but that's fan made. So Pinocchio Unstrung does not have an official trailer out yet.
Unstrung.
Yes, we have Pinocchio Unstrung, but then like this is what we're building towards here, okay? Then we have the Avengers movie of this universe. Which by the way, this universe is called the Pooniverse. And we have Pooniverse Monsters Assemble, where they're all gonna be in the same movie. And the
Why not?
rumor is that it's going to be most of the monsters. So you're talking Bambi and Pinocchio, Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, Owl, and I'm probably missing somebody, versus Peter Pan as the main bad guy.
Wow.
So that's what we're
That's
leading towards.
that is quite the fucking setup.
It is a setup. And supposedly four of these
Wow.
movies are coming out this year.
Wow.
Yes.
That's a lot.
So I've been excited.
Bringing it all together.
I've been excited to talk about this movie,
I bet that's
movies,
a lot for you.
universe. Yeah,
That's a lot for you.
like I
Bring
said,
them all.
I cheated and threw 4 movies. But how can you talk about one of those without just
No,
directly
it's-
talking about the
That's
others? You know.
quite the universe. It's wild.
Yep. So my big anticipation of the year is the Winnie the Pooh universe on a murder
Pooniverse.
rampage. The Pooniverse.
The Pooniverse.
The Pooniverse,
Nice.
which sounds really dirty. Like I wish they had another name for that.
That
but-
does. Yeah.
Yes. So
Yeah.
that's my most anticipated, and that tells you a lot about me as a person.
It does.
That those
I-
are my most anticipated. That set of movies right there
Doesn't
is
surprise
what's
me,
got
though.
me the
That-
most excited.
That's fits. It fits.
It fits. It fits. I know.
It makes sense.
I know. I know.
Oh, boy.
So,
Quite the list.
so
All right.
what do you want to follow up with that with?
I'm gonna shift gears, wildly shift gears back. My honorable mentions are ones that one of them I'm actually kind of excited to see. The other two I'm not sure. I'll start with Snow White, live action Snow White.
Okay.
Back to Disney, non-horror. Some of these Disney live actions have been cool, and some of them have been terrible. This one, I don't know. I like watching them. I grew up on all these movies, right, and seen them
Yeah.
all, and I like seeing what they do. But some of them just aren't done well.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm curious to see the dwarves and if it's really funny. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if there's good jokes and good humor with them. I think it'll be neat to see, the land and the fort, like all this stuff. I don't know about the music and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm honestly not. I'm not sold on Gal Gadot being the Wicked Queen. I think honestly, her face seems like it fits
It
the
does.
animated.
Yeah.
Like her as a person fits, but just like, or like her look fits. I don't
Yeah.
know if like her personality or
yeah.
her acting fits
Right.
the role. I don't think it lands.
Okay.
I think she looks like the queen, but I don't know if her acting lands.
See, so that's kind of where I would lean back to, like, so I think of like Maleficent with like Angelina
Yeah.
Jolie. Like she's
Yeah.
got a personality that fits like
That would have fit.
it-
That would have been cool. But you're
Yeah.
throwing Wonder Woman as the Wicked Queen. I just don't.
Yeah.
I don't think that was a good choice.
Yeah. I guess I'd be curious
I think
to
she
see how
looks
she
like
does.
the queen. But yeah, I could be wrong.
True. I kind of alluded to this yesterday when we were doing the prep work for this, that like, as far as the success of this movie goes, the main actress has not been doing the studio any favors.
Yeah, you're saying that.
She's
so-
like, I mean, it's okay to have opinions, but like, she's like badmouthed like a lot of just like fans and
Really?
community members, and like she's like a very hardcore DEI, like this whole movie should be about how bad white people are kind of person. Like literally that's the kind of message she talks about. And she's like
Oh.
like as far as talking about like the old Snow White and stuff, she's like, yeah, all the ideas from the old stuff are all outdated. We need to update and send new messages in these movies. It's like, like can't we just enjoy stuff?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I just want to enjoy things and not necessarily but try to cram all of the world's problems into the live action remake of the Disney movie I'm taking my kids to, you know? Like
Yeah.
come on.
Exactly. Yep. That's fair.
Yeah. Anyways, that's my tangent.
I'm not sure on
that.
that one. I know we're gonna watch it, but some of them just sucked. Like I did
Yeah.
not like Aladdin. I did not think Will
Okay.
Smith was good as the genie. That got wrecked. You love Robin Williams as the
Yeah.
original genie, and
Yep.
to throw Will Smith was just a total misfire. I don't
Yeah.
know. I loved Cinderella, the remake. I loved Beauty and the Beast. Some of them were just really good, and they nailed
Yeah.
the songs, and some of them were cool, but some of them sucked.
Yeah. Well, you know, again, the behind the scenes stuff is nothing against the movie. Though the movie might be good. It really could be.
Right.
But it just sucks that there's all that background to it as well. So, but I in hearing all of that, it makes me worried that this movie's gonna have some kind of messages that it's trying to hammer across that didn't exist in the original source material. So hopefully not, but hopefully it's just a fun kids movie with
Yeah.
Snow White and the dwarves
Nostalgia
hanging out in
for
a cabin
adult,
and
you know?
evil witch after,
Yeah.
you know. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool. Are you done?
I have one.
Okay, well I have two more.
You have two more?
You want me to do one more?
You do one more.
I'll
Then.
do one.
You do one more.
Okay. Another one I know I'm going to see. Because Mrs. Huey loves her top. There it is. She beat me to it. Mrs. Huey's all-time favorite for several reasons. I don't have to get into reasons. Mrs. Huey absolutely loves Wicked. Again, it just hit her in a way, and she just loves Wicked. And so I wasn't a big fan of Wicked. For my own reasons. I just didn't like the story. I didn't like the parts of it. I didn't like the reasons why. I didn't like the talking animals. I didn't like some of the songs. The school part was really long. I just didn't like Wicked for certain reasons. But anyway, I know that I'll be going to see this one. I'm excited for Mrs. Huey. Because she's so jacked and loved the first one so much that, I know that she's just going to be itching to go see this. So that'll definitely be a go see it in the theater.
Yeah.
See how it goes kind of thing. Maybe I'll enjoy the second one more, but I don't know. The first one didn't grab me, but
Well, I have not seen the first one yet. Haven't watched it. Usually, I mean, I know it's no surprise to you. Usually not my thing, but
not enough death and blood. I don't know. It was just, it's not. I don't know. I don't think it was quite what I was expecting, so that's why it didn't quite grab me, and
I've always been pretty interested in the story of Wicked, though, like because I know like it's been a book for a long time, big play. You know, it's been huge as a play. It's been running for years and is never going to shut down. So like, there's a part of me that wants to see this movie.
Like that scene with the flowers there. Apparently, that is real. They planted 9 million tulips.
Oh my
9
God.
million tulips.
That's
Like they didn't want to do a lot of CGI.
yeah,
They actually they built a lot of the sets and stuff, which I admire. Like that's really cool. 9 million fucking tulips is a lot of fucking flowers for a scene. Like that stuff is cool.
yeah.
I just think it just wasn't. Again, I think I just had an idea in my head and it wasn't that, and that's why I didn't quite like it.
Yeah. Shabby says
Maybe
I
going in to the next one.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen Wicked. No, it's like in the theaters right now. It's not out yet.
It just got released. It's digital.
Oh, is it digital now? Okay, so we'll watch it soon.
It was
like
quick.
it's one that we should probably
It
watch with
was-
the kids.
It was in the theaters, and then extremely quick. One of the quickest digital releases I think I've seen.
They're trying to monopolize on that, man. They're trying to get that money. Man Bear went and saw it with his wife and kids, and it's all he talked about. He was singing the songs whenever he got online that night afterwards. It was fucking ridiculous. I'd shut him up.
Yeah, when Mrs. Huey watches it and the songs get in my head, they're in there for a bit.
The new one is not out yet. That's the one we were just talking about. The For Good is gonna be coming out.
I think it's October. It's not out till,
October.
October.
Yeah, so late year the second one will be coming, and it's been a play for many years, and it's been a book for a long time. So
Yep.
yeah, it was only the first part, 3 hours, and it was only the first part. So
Yep.
November.
Mrs. Huey, we're going.
It's already on your calendars.
She knows. Yeah.
Check your phone. You just got a message. Add it to your calendar.
Yeah. We are.
It's like an
that
invite.
is happening. I know that is happening. I'm happy to go. Full support.
Yeah, for sure.
I've dragged her to enough of my things.
I know, right? Hard to say no at that point.
Exactly. We're going.
All right. Okay.
Anyway.
My last one is a dishonorable mention.
Dishonorable.
It's dishonorable. I'm gonna see this. I don't want to see this. I have to see this.
I have to. I don't want to.
If anybody remembers last year's show, we remember The Strangers Chapter 1. And it came out and was a movie that's almost quite literally an insult to your intelligence as a viewer. It was terrible.
I never saw the one that we
Don't.
talked about.
Don't watch it.
Wasn't that on my list? Or was that on your list?
It was on my list.
Okay.
I don't know if it was on your
never
list or not.
I was excited.
watched
No, I brought up.
Were
I
you?
wanted to see it because I liked the first one. so
I liked the first one as
just-
well. It was really
I
good.
totally bailed on this.
The second one was just, and I know I already mentioned our last episode. Literally talked about how stupid the characters were in it and how dumb everybody is. If you want my full synopsis on how terrible of a movie it is, go watch the October episode. But now we have, I don't know why I haven't started it yet. Now we have The Strangers Chapter 2 is coming out this year. And it looks like
The disappointment in your voice shifted so much.
it's gonna be so
It's coming
bad.
out this year. Who gives a shit?
The
I
good
don't
news
wanna see
is I don't, but I'm gonna spend money on this. I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna see it. It does bring back the girl from the first one, and she was dumb in the first one, so I'm not looking forward to that. And no insult to the actress, I'm sure you know what I mean, but like her character was fucking stupid. The decisions
was
she
dumb.
made were just dumb. But it looks it at least looks like this movie is different than the original sequel to The Strangers, because the original Strangers and Strangers Chapter 1 are literally exact same movie with dumber choices. Now this sequel is going to be different than that. So at least I'm getting something new and less predictable, I suppose. But it looks like, I don't know, man. They're leaning in hard. They make it look weird. They almost make it look like this entire town that they stumbled across is like in on the Strangers thing.
Right, okay.
And it's like, okay. I guess just the way they make it look. I'm sure that's for previews to throw you off and make you feel like unnerved and just not know what's going on. But here's the thing. This is Strangers Chapter 2. There's already a third one too. This is a trilogy.
Yeah, I remember you
And
saying that.
I
in
just,
the last.
yeah. That's all I have to say about it. It's coming out this year. Don't go watch it. I'll let you know. I'll fill
Yeah,
everybody in. So I'll fill everybody
wait
in
you.
on sometime on this movie. So look, okay. So no, hold on. Before I move on, I just happened to glance at the first comment, and it already proves my point. Somebody said, survives the last movie, then gets in a car with 4 strangers. Like, exactly. Even the trailer is showing you how stupid these people are. Anyways, so you have another one. What you got?
My final one, definitely gonna see it. Seen them all. Is Jurassic World Rebirth. I think this is the final. Sure, I thought they were all fucking the final.
They're
ones.
all the final one.
Yeah, but Jurassic World Rebirth. Love Chris Pratt. Hilarious. I don't remember if Bryce Dallas Howard?
No, Scarlett Johansson is coming to this one.
Scarlett Johansson replaces Bryce Dallas Howard?
I don't
No,
know.
Oh, that was Scarlett.
That looked like Scarlett. I don't know if she's replacing her or it's just a completely new character and Bryce Dallas Howard is not returning. Yeah, that's what I would think.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's Jurassic Park. You gotta see it.
I know. I agree. You've got to see it. You've got to see what's going on.
You got to see it. So
the last one,
yeah,
I didn't like.
I haven't liked them all either, but
I didn't mind the first Jurassic World. It was just kind of the soft reboot. I thought it was decent. It was okay.
Yeah, fair.
The last one I didn't like.
No.
But yeah, Rebirth. I'll see it.
Yep.
I forgot about these movies. Shabby, exactly. Exactly. Like, wow, they're still doing those?
Yeah.
Now, I do have to bring, nope. I do have to bring up a funny story because it was a couple of days ago that Man Bear Pig and I were playing some games. And he comes and he tells me that he walked upstairs and his son was like emotionally devastated watching TV. And he's like, what's wrong? What's going on? And it was the scene in the last Jurassic Park where all the lava and everything's blowing up, and it was like the Bronchiosaurus was like left behind, and you're like seeing it like being like overtaken by like the cloud of smoke and everything. Yeah, that's what I told him. I was like, I get it.
I get it.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
So sad.
That was the saddest scene in any one of the Jurassic Park movies, right there.
Absolutely.
Like, we have seen hundreds of people die in these films. That dinosaur made me want to shed a tear.
Dinosaur was helpless.
I know.
So helpless.
Just standing on the dock, like I'm right here.
Yeah.
No. Oh, what a terrible scene. I
just
hate that scene. Yeah. Kind of can't believe they're still making them. This is supposed to be the last one. Rebirth is supposed to be the last one.
I thought they were done a long time ago.
I didn't want to call him out like that, okay? You know what I mean? But like, yeah, okay, yes, fair enough. He was just
that's rough
bawling.
To watch.
Yeah, that was a terrible scene. I don't like talking about it. Anyways.
But I had making another Anaconda. You're Shabby's right.
They are.
Anaconda. Yeah, I forgot about that. I did hear about that.
There's a new Anaconda movie coming out, starring people I don't remember. But there is a new Anaconda movie. I'll see it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Giant snake eats people. I'm there.
Bring J-Lo and Ice Cube back. Was it J-Lo and Ice Cube? In the first one?
That was in the original. It was J-Lo. It was Ice Cube. It was Owen Wilson.
Nice.
And then something I forget what the main villain, the bad guy was that got him out.
I know
there.
who he is.
Voight. John Voight. John Voight. Angelina Jolie's dad, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
He was the bad guy, and he was a good bad guy in that movie.
He was. Anaconda was solid.
That should be the review trailer right there. There's a new Anaconda movie. I don't know who's in it. I'm gonna go see it. It's the truth. It's truest. If you so there was like 5 or 6 sequels to Anaconda, right?
Yeah, I know.
It got like I watched some of them, but
I'm sure you did.
They were the worst. Like, I always make fun of like the movies that I watched, how I'm like used to watching like terrible horror movies and stuff. Those movies were that's like low hanging fruit. I can't even pick on those movies. They're like not even worth wasting your time reviewing or talking about. They're so bad. I think one even had David Hasselhoff in it. So
nice.
I know, right? The Hoff versus Anacondas.
Wow.
So, yep. Well, what else you got?
That's my list, dude.
That's it. We're done with the lists.
Anybody in chat got any movies they're looking forward to that we did not mention? Anybody? We did mention quite a few.
We did.
I can't remember if there was more on the.
I'm going back to my original list too to see, because I mentioned a few of them that weren't in my final list here. There's a new Conjuring movie. I'm burnt out on those. Like
Okay. Yeah.
the Ed and Lorraine Warren stories. Like they're like the famous ghost hunters from back in the 70s. Like the first Conjuring movie was well done, and I feel like every one of them since then has been worse. The third one was garbage, and now they're doing another one. They've spawned like spin-off series like The Nun and Abigail, and it's like, as much as I'm glad I got to enjoy that first Conjuring movie, I almost wish it didn't exist because of all this other garbage that's been put out since then. Predator Badlands is supposed to
Okay.
come out. This is a Predator movie where you're supposed to be following the Predator as your main protagonist. He's like the main
Perfect.
character of the movie, stuff like that. But yeah, those were the
Like a
couple.
joke.
Those were the couple other ones that I took off. There's a new Silent Hill movie, but we don't need to talk about that. I'll, so yeah,
Nice.
I was gonna let you know I finally watched Joker: Folly Ado. I think maybe I texted you that I
You told
watched
me
it.
that. Yeah, you told me. Yeah, you did.
Oh, what a
You told
dumpster!
me.
What a dumpster fire that movie was. How terrible.
That was
Oh,
rough.
so yeah,
That made me angry. That made me very angry.
yep. Well, that does it for the
That's our list.
2025 list.
We'll see
Yeah,
if we
like I
do,
said, if
see if we
anybody
do
in
better
chat
this
has
year.
anything, yeah, well, I know I'm not going to, but like I know what I put out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Pooniverse movies are going to be the only ones that I know. Like those movies critically are going to be terrible, but they're going to be fun. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how they do. They're going to be
true.
fun
Yeah,
movies.
Yeah,
So
we know they're going to be bad.
then other ones like The Strangers that are like meant to be scary, and that those are going to be worse. Those aren't even going to be fun. I'm going to be mad watching those movies.
I'm going to be mad at this.
Yes.
I'm going to be
I'm
mad.
going to be angry. So, all right. Well, there we go. So, what do you think? We're going to try to get back sooner this time.
I think so.
I think so. I think
We'll
we're,
have to,
I think we're both on board. Try to get back together.
Yeah.
and
We
do
got to
this.
come up with topics and stuff, and we'll definitely.
Yep.
Because
Well,
we missed it.
we did have a topic. I did throw one out there for you. We talked about, but we might want to do another episode in between movie ones. Remember
Okay, what you mentioned.
the favorite movies of the decade since we've been alive?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Or we could even, you know what I mean? Because I know that's only like 3 or 4 movies a piece, but you know, we've got that idea floating around out there. So there'll be another movie. I think that one would be interesting because I think it's going to tell us a lot about how our taste got to be our taste. You know, like what movies made an impact on you growing up,
Yeah, yeah.
where we are today.
like it.
So there's that one. Other stuff. And if anybody ever has any ideas for a show, please get a hold of us. Like, let us know what you want to see. We're here scrounging for ideas. We're always scrounging for ideas, looking for something. So we could get on here and
This
just
is what we
talk.
said. Just pick a topic. It
We
doesn't
could
fucking matter.
we could get
So
on here and
we
just
just
talk about
gotta
nothing. We've proved that multiple times. So
Yeah, we could just. Yeah, we're overthinking it at this point.
I think so. We are thinking we don't have a topic, so we can't do a show. That's not the truth.
Yeah. Well,
So cool.
we are the show.
We are the show. That is true.
Topic is second purpose.
Yep. All right.
Yeah.
It's been fun. It's been a good one. That was
it's fun.
2.5 hours. It does not feel like 2.5 hours every time we get in
No, I
here.
know.
It's what it always goes like between 2 and 3 hours. I say it's
Yep.
usually the run time, but man, it does not seem like it is that long. So
Lies.
all right. Well, so for those of you who don't mind, please stick around for the raid. We will find somebody to raid off here, but we are going to call it there for the show. I appreciate everybody showing up once again to watch us jabber about things that we're looking forward to. And yeah, it's been a fun one.
Appreciate everybody.
And we'll see
Thank you
y'all.
so much for continuing to support.
Yes.
We just like having a blast, and we enjoy having all of you in chat. It definitely just. I don't know. I love getting together like this. It's just so much fun.
It makes it that easier to want to come back and do it.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. Everybody showing up, everybody chiming in. It's
Chiming
good
in,
time.
giving us a hard time, calling us out on how many times we said the S word.
Yeah.
You know, I'm
What
not
did we
gonna
get
say-
to?
Seven,
Wow.
seven, and I think we missed some in there. To be honest with you,
Probably.
I think we missed some.
Probably.
So, but the ones we caught 7 of them today. So,
All right.
but yeah, everybody keep an eye out. We will probably just start going like posting in the Discord. I think we
Yeah,
talked
Twitter
about this.
sucks.
Just an update to everybody. Twitter gets like 0 engagement for us. So we're just kind of, neither one of us are ever on Twitter. And it's just kind of got to a point to where
Anybody
we'll
that
probably,
cares about this show is in the Discord.
yes. So just keep an eye out on the Discord, and that's where we'll probably be doing most of our announcements from now on. And if you want to share it with your Discords and whatnot, please feel free to. But you know, the people that we care to have in here and talk to are usually there anyway. So yeah, no more Twitter.
No more Twitter. Fuck Twitter.
Now we can just completely delete the apps.
Yeah.
I got back on and recreated a profile just so that I could engage with the Between Two streamer stuff.
Yeah.
I never
Yeah.
get on there
And then-
otherwise, so
No, I just had enough. I'm like, I'm done.
I
with
don't
this.
blame you. Yep. All right, so everybody hang around for the raid, but other than that, it was good to see everybody again. Thank you very much for being here for the show. Keep an eye out, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.